Okay, so last time you guys were able to bring Knife all the way back to the Druid hamlet of Mokta, hoping that she would be able to rid the settlement of its petrification. However, upon arriving, you needed some rest after helping along a diseased caravan. On the next day, Knife went about investigating the stoned inhabitants. However, before she was able to go about her business and your party leave her behind, you were able to notice that a few of you were being currently scryed upon with sensors. After trying to and failing to dispel one of them, several Richter knights as well as some rogue individuals teleported into the village. Um, Upon arriving, the leader of the group read out a long parchment of such, detailing several areas being accosted by devil invasion, as well as some of the previous things that you have dealt with before. They ended off saying that you were to submit yourself to apprehension, and that they would take you to one of the jails over in the capital, Ricky. They did mention that since you are having some form of devilish summoning or invasion, that their magics would try and halt that process, and that they would find out what is going on. Whilst Demir was relatively fine with giving himself up, Crom kind of shouted back a few times, whereas Clarke and Mentha didn't know too much of what their position was going to be. It eventually led to Knife feigning the fact that she had done this to your party, and not exactly absolving you of whatever has been done, but taking most of the blame for herself. Charging away into the forests towards the east, she led the group away from you. And the party kind of halfly decided that they weren't going to act upon this and instead take the path of running away. Moving west away from Mokta, with the ability to now pretty much rest without any need for water or food due to your rings of sustenance activating, you decided it'd be best to just make a headlong rush into the Mysteria lands, as well as the fact that you were able to buy a partial map of certain locations when you were in the fishing village of Poyne. Since you know of several wasteland areas as well as several cities, you decided to chart a course for the city of Purveyor, as you know it is a holy city of magisters that cure almost all ails, putting the hope in the fact that they would be able to rid you of whatever this devilish taint that you have that's been spreading amongst the party. Clarke had yet another dream with the devils inside her and inside that of following, though this time she did not see the massive sight that was Satan, but instead saw the devil that she allowed to be killed within the jail cells of the Kine Research Center. Basically testing you on your resolve and asking you if you were fine with all the choices you had made to this point. The dream eventually ended with Clarke's sclera of her eyes turning red and giving her some form of death sight and making her go a bit stir-crazy as she awoke. Thankfully, Demir was able to, with all of the powers in him, dispel the effects across Clarke, though she may be emotionally scarred for a while from the sights that she saw. And with that, the party finished off their rest and continued heading towards the borders of Richter and Mysteria. On the horizon, you saw the massive battlements and walls that separate out the two areas, though who knows to how much of a state of repair they're currently in. And we ended off last session just as you were approaching said border. Is the party doing anything before we move on to that? Is there going to be a discussion, spells, or what have you?
Damn, that's quiet. Not from me, thank you.
I shall take the elongated portion of silence to be that nobody has anything to add to this section. So, as the party is arriving at the walls, still astride your chocobos to make the travel a bit faster, everyone can roll perception.
Clarke's still seeing dead things.
Trying to get the blood out your eyes. Alright, so whilst Clarke is preoccupied with other things, everyone will be able to see quite far on the horizon, but since it's in the sky, you can see quite a distance, that the skies start to shift away from the morning light as well as the deep blue of the endless sky, as they kind of morph into a black and purple display over towards the northwest.
A familiar black and purple?
They may be familiar colors. Any other familiarity would be down to your own thoughts.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch the direction.
Northwest.
Okay, sorry, David.
Was somebody saying something? I couldn't hear you.
No, I was just saying, sorry, I thought I'd interrupted you there. I thought you were in the middle of something.
I'm having weird audio issues right this second. Zamir's gonna look up at that and see. Do you think that's the void dragon?
Maybe something or something like it. What the heck would it be doing out here?
I haven't told you, but I've been kind of praying to it. I asked it for a sign. Something that we can help with. That may or may not be it.
Well, it's going to be across the border anyway. What do you two think?
Hard to say from this distance, but it seems to be the direction we're going anyway, right?
Pretty
Dunya's
much.
been praying for it. If it needs help, I mean, the mystic powers have really been helping us. The Void Dragon's powers been helping, so I think we should do what we can to help it.
Aye, and they've been faltering a little bit recently as well.
That's true enough. What I would say is don't get your hopes up too much. It might be something similar but different. I mean, I hope it is the Void Dragon, but just be on guard, alright?
You just have to do with the war. With whatever Mysterious doing.
Maybe Mysterious summoned a different one or found something else. Wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe, but we can, since we're not near any towns anyways, we can just head towards it. It's in the direction we're gonna be traveling anyways.
Is there any way we can know if it was sort of over more Puvira or the wasteland section, if it's northwest from that explosion? Or, you know, the light?
Can you rephrase that, please?
So is there any way of us knowing, like, we know it's in the distance in the northwest, but is it more like in the wasteland area, or is it like further away, more towards the civilized area that light was?
You wouldn't be able to tell from where you are.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, first we have to cross the border.
Aye.
And did you say that there was a fortification in front of us or something? To hold
Yes, large battlement walls.
it? Are they manned?
You cannot see from this distance.
Yeah. Guess we'll have to deal with that when it comes to it.
be able to get over the walls pretty easily. I think.
Yeah, if we could try and find somewhere that's less patrolled or even abandoned, that would be ideal.
I mean,
I
I
we
think
could always
Ymir
just.
and Menthor have an ability to fly. Just fly over.
That's what I was thinking. If we have any troubles, just stop a mile or two away from the wall, fly straight up for a little while, and pass over to where we can't be reached by arrows or spells or anything like that easily.
Yeah. I won't lie to you, I'm not the best at controlling my weight up there, but we can certainly try.
This was the morning, right?
Yes. In the case of using fly to get over, for how high you'd need to go, I'm not sure you can have enough MP for it.
Enough MP
Yeah.
to get over the wall?
Well, if you want to be out of sight, if you just want to be getting over the wall, you can do that, yeah, but a lot of things are going to see you. In the case of magic and arrow fire, they could still attempt to hit you with ranged weaponry, and if not, just long-range spells. If you wanted to get
Right.
out of range of that, I don't think you have enough MP.
What is the longest range of a bow that's likely to actually hit us? Like the third range increment on a composite bow is like 300 feet.
If they have the archer class, they can go a bit further than the normal range increments for those. I think composite bows are 100, as if
Also,
they're
if
using
they-
them.
Mage's long range is 720 at our level.
Yeah, so
Right.
as a
So
rule of thumb, I'd say probably, because it's feet, right? The range, 720 feet.
yeah,
Yeah, so we're talking
at level like 7 or 8.
Yeah, so we'd need to be at least, I want to say maybe either a kilometer. I can't remember if a kilometers or a foot. They're not. Maybe a kilometer and a half or a mile. Somewhere
A
between
mile
there.
is so much more than
No,
720
I'm just saying
feet.
between.
But yeah,
there.
if that's where you want to be going,
5,480
I don't
feet.
think you have enough MP for it, for how slow fly is.
I mean, it
Yes, no,
lasts for 7 minutes. Mostly, I want to just get it out of the basic long bow range. Like long range spells, there's not a lot of them, and if they can cast those, then we're probably gonna get hit anyways. But we could get out of long bow range with a casting or two.
If we can find a good enough spot where we're not immediately spotted, I could also do burrow.
Yeah, I was just thinking.
But I
something
would
like
need
that. If we
mythic
can-
for that.
That might be even better.
I was just going to say, with this fortification, does it look like it rings? Like, can we see how far it
Line.
goes? Yeah, like, is it the whole continent, or is it just this path?
As far as you can see, it moves as far as you can see. Unless you're on a open plains, you can only really see to about a mile or two with just normal eyesight.
Okay. I'm just thinking there's probably, yes, there are probably people garrisoning the border, but you can't have loads of people in one location. So I think should we try and get a bit closer, see what we can see, and then we decide on either burrowing or flying if we can.
Yeah, I'm casting mage armor and mount for 4 people. Mentha, did you get your MP from the evening?
I don't remember. I'm pretty sure I did.
Oof.
But to be honest, I don't remember. But because I think I did, I'm just gonna leave it.
Alright.
I use Sword of MP on the fight. So right before it. Yeah, because I had to cast Fly quite a few times.
Alright, let's head out.
Alright, if you are approaching the wall on the ground to get a closer look, you can do so on top of your chocobos. As you get closer to this part of the wall, you can see that the walls are around 40 feet tall, blocking pretty much all of your vision to the other side. There also seems to be several parts of the walls that have had portions of them battered down, almost as if they had been blasted apart with very strong siege weaponry or magic. From here, you can also make out that there are people on both the battlements themselves, though you don't know how many, just because of how the sides are designed, as well as a few near the bottom. On here, you can easily see that they are wearing the red and gold colors of Richter.
Were those siege weapon impacts? They're not. Are they full holes in the wall, or are they just sort of marks?
They are big wall. They are big holes. Enough that you could say you could walk through them. They are from like the top to the bottom. There's no part of the wall left.
Okay. So how does burrow work? Do you know where you're going if you use it?
No, unless you have tremor sense, you don't know where you're going. You can keep going the same direction, but you don't know where you are in design for anywhere else.
Oh, I've got an even better one, I think. Oh, hold on. No, never mind. Maybe.
Hey, Mather, you got that teleporter, right? Could you maybe get us on the other side of that wall if you can see through it to one of them holes?
Yeah, that should work.
Is there any way of knowing if this wall is warded against that kind of thing?
You're
Like,
way
can
too
mages
far
or-
away.
Hmm.
Detect magic's only 60 feet, and you are far beyond that if you don't want to be engaging in anything right now.
No, I mean, is there? Cause if it's that large, surely there's some kind of like arcane device or something that's causing this, or is it we wouldn't know?
Not from where you can see, no.
Okay. Fortunately, I can't really do much here. I'm just I hit things with an axe and I track things. I'm not exactly good at getting over walls. I can climb, but I'll probably be dead by the time I get halfway up. So what's the move here? We teleport, we fly up, and then we can try and get a better line of sight and go from there.
I think we gotta let Mintha go check out the wall, see if they can tell if it's warded against teleportation.
I think it'd be also good to just get a closer look anyway.
Maybe.
See what we're dealing with, see how high it potentially is, how many guards.
I'm hoping if it's damaged, they ain't got too many here, but it may be the reverse. Seeing
That's
as
what
there's
I'm thinking.
breaches.
Could
Yeah.
be that they got, you know, people
Well-
repairing it, and then, you know, bodyguards to protect them.
And
Yeah.
if it's worded against teleportation, I think the best thing to do is I could call upon the Void Dragon's power to make the chocobos walk on air, and that'll last longer, and we'll be able to go much faster because we'll be able to go at the chocobo speed instead of the slow fly speed.
You never know. Considering they're at war with the Kine region, you might find this side of Mysteria may not be as well guarded as the other side.
True. This is a border, but ain't an active wall. They'll still be guarded, mind you, but it's a good thing they ain't currently at war with each other.
There is also the diplomacy option. We could just walk up to one of the soldiers and say that we've got a devil curse we're trying to get rid of and we need to get through.
Yeah, because talking's gone real well for us so far, huh?
It's an option. I'm not saying it's a good one. I'm just saying it's something we could try.
Come on, you two, we need some input here.
I mean, if you need a closer look, I might be able to get in. I'm pretty small, and if I go by myself, I don't have the paint. And we usually leave my kind alone. Don't take us very seriously.
I mean, if you haven't got a good enough story, you could be captured and on your own. It'll be a lot tricky for us to get you out. Probably not best to go on your own.
Before we go too much further, Demir's going to cast Detect Magic, and he's going to check Ment out and see if they've managed to get a mark yet.
You can't see anything untoward upon Mentha.
That's good. You're still not marked, little one.
I don't have the ability to see through your eyes yet, so I can't really help you there. Well, standing here ain't gonna help anyone. If it's a good thing, she can do it. Sorry, what was that?
And she just agreed with you.
If Swift thinks she can do it, I trust her. Do we have anything that can help her out here? Any kind of invisibility? Anything to help her be quieter? I don't think I do, but I can give you the quick one a shot. That might help you out if you're in a pinch.
Sure. It looks like they are going to catch me. I can just teleport myself away.
Yeah, it's a little bit further than 15 feet, huh? Makes sense.
It's the same one that I got us out that high yesterday. I just don't necessarily want to risk it going through the wall if they do have something to block, because then we'd all be there, kind of stuck.
Yeah, I agree. Don't
I
feel
can
right.
use it alright to come back here if they want to capture me. I'm not trying to get captured, obviously.
No. Well, it's the only plan we got at the minute. Otherwise, we're going in blind. We'll keep ready in case we need to move.
So is Medver going towards the wall?
Is there any kind of vegetation or anything that could offer any kind of visual blockage that I could use for cover if I try to approach?
To get any good distance close to the wall, no. There are a few bushes near it, but a lot of the trees have been cut back.
Sure.
Depends if you want to hide in a bush or not.
Bring the bush with you.
No. And what's the terrain in terms of
It would be plains.
plains? Yeah. Fortunately, I don't have the camouflage geomancer trick yet. Don't think I got really anything. I'm just gonna try to use the bushes for what little cover I can to get a little bit closer.
Are you trying to stay hidden then?
Yes.
Roll me stealth.
It's pretty stealthy.
Pretty stealthy.
Alright. The party stays back as Menfa stealths their way closer to the walls. As Menfa dives into a bush to protect themselves from any further sight of the guardsmen on patrol, you can see the large holes, not halls, within the wall. Closest towards you, there are two of them, with a part of the wall still standing in the middle. Rocks and dust continue to fall down every so often as the wind blows through, creating a high-pitched whistling noise. On the ground, at least on this side, you can see 4 normal knights, as well as what would seem to be a battalion leader for this part of the army. However, atop the walls, from this angle, you can't see any of the people atop them, though you do know there are some up there.
Be the little turnip you are.
Looking towards east or west, do there seem to be more guards on the ground? Or like that? I assume they're mostly here because of the holes, but when the wall is intact, are there any more guards posted? On
Looking
either
towards the
side?
west and east, it definitely seems like the knights are thinned out more, yes.
But is that because there's no breach in the walls there?
For the west and east, the walls are more sturdier. However, off in a distance, you could make out that there are more holes here and there.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I
guess.
forget this shit all the time. I'm just putting it in there.
Don't tell
It's
me
just
about
before
my
I
Let's
start
make some fluffy pancakes.
casting magic while I'm trying to be hidden. I'm just looking at everything else I can gauge.
Mhm.
Um.
If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Well, my first question it was to the party is Chrome actually wearing medium armor? Is anyone wearing medium?
I am, but I can take it off if need be.
Okay.
Nope, I'm not. I'm not wearing any armor.
Same.
It's good. Because of the rubble, I doubt I'm able to gauge like how deep underground the wall goes or how like deep it's planted into the dirt.
From here, it's going to be hard to tell, but you can roll knowledge engineering.
I don't think I have that.
Then you probably can't roll it.
Yeah.
The turnip knows nothing about machines and cogs.
That's nope.
I mean,
I know
educational
about
qualifications.
geography, local nature, and planes. So I
None
know.
of them would really apply for this.
Yeah. I wouldn't know, so that makes sense.
You could roll geography just to know the general terrain to see what kind of stuff would be underground for this kind of stuff.
Okay. I'll give that a try. Okay.
Go on.
Um,
I can
You'll
tell
know
you that
for
this dirt is
walls-
from this region of the world.
Yes. I know everything about dirt.
Since these are like 25 feet thick walls, they are so high and so vast that they can't normally be put upon any sort of loose or weak plates. So you know that even if it looks like there's mud and grass near you, where the walls are, there's most likely going to be a section of either very hard rock or even very hard mud or even stone underneath.
Mhm.
So if you are going to be burrowing under it, you would probably hit a stone plate and not be able to go any further unless you have the ability to go through stone.
There is it allows you to go through stone. It's 15 feet through sand, loose soil, or gravel, or 5 feet through stone. So
Then
it
you
is still
could
an
do that.
option. It's just way slower,
Just lower, yeah.
and we can't breathe underground. So there's that.
Can't breathe and you don't know where you're going, really.
Hmm.
As long as you have your own senses going on, you'll know which way is up, but you won't know the kind of distance you're going unless you have amazing knowledge of underground or tremor sense.
Yeah.
It's like trying to dig out of prison. Sometimes you just dig inside of the field and not outside the walls.
And I'm
Just
pretty
keep
sure
going.
my
No,
own
this feels
rolls.
far enough. You've only gone like 10 feet.
Where is it?
As for holding breath, pretty sure it's 1 round for every con score. Double check. Unless you have
That's
something
what I
specific
remember.
for holding your breath.
I mean, there's air.
With no air, you can hold your breath for 2 rounds per point of Constitution score.
There's air bubble.
You can also use air bubble.
So
You
that's
have
not
the
very much 22, but yeah. I mean, yep, that's one option if we can get the whole party close enough to the wall. But we'd have to hustle before anyone actually spots us. But for the thing well, before I do that, just gonna look past the wall to try to see an area that could be within the teleportation range, roughly. That has at least some cover nearby that even if he can't reach it, we could dive for it immediately.
It's a bit blurry on the horizon, but you do see there are trees that you could teleport to the sides of, yes.
Yeah. 'Cause I'm pretty sure with Dimension Door, I need to know of the area I'm going to. I don't need to actually see it.
Seeing gives the best chance. Knowledge, I think, has chance of failure.
That's spend space and time. Dimension
Oh,
Door.
yes, because the fucking
different.
tables. Let's have a look, see.
Because of the long range thing. That's what I think. At least I could be wrong. I could be very wrong. Or by stating direction. Simply visualizing the area or by stating direction.
Yeah, you can
So,
view
yeah.
it now and do it later if you have, since it is long range, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just use this chance to scout the spot for us.
You can certainly do so.
I'm gonna try and cast Detect Magic.
You cast Detect Magic.
My thought is obviously this is a border for both sides, so you've obviously got all of Richter's knights. I wonder if there's actually any Mysteria knights around. Or mages, considering it's more magical inclined.
Likely.
Area.
Can't see it right now.
Mentha, as you use Detect Magic, you can give me 4 spellcrafts.
Can she be inspired before that?
Yeah, could she take a Bardic Inspiration die, please?
What about that? But I'm going to search the 17.
That
You
does
wouldn't
make you explode.
You would not be able to
darkness.
hide the black
Oh,
and
right,
purple
then.
shrouding mist.
Right. Then I wouldn't do that if I'm still allowed to take back
Yeah.
seas.
Hey, there's one part of this you're unable to identify. However, you know that the brick in the walls themselves have been magically fortified, so they are harder and have more hit points. There's also an alarm area covering the entirety of the walls and even the parts that are destroyed. One part you have no idea. The last part is actually a good part. You know that there is a dimensional anchor effect going across the walls. You don't know how far or how tall it goes, but you're pretty sure if you are to teleport, since you're going in that direction, it may be difficult and you may just stop at the walls themselves. It would be a cast level check to try and get through it. Outside of that, you wouldn't be able to bypass the alarm, so they'll know someone would have gone through it via teleportation.
It's really going through because it's teleport.
Fly up and then teleport down like a diagonal. But
You can't
depends on
teleport
how
from
far
the
it is.
sky, you have to be on the floor to the floor.
Oh, it has to be a point of contact to a point of contact. Okay.
Yeah. Just for all teleportation
Do that
spells.
with Airwalk.
Do what with Airwalk?
Teleport.
No. It has to be on a surface that supports you. If you're using magic to support you, that's not a surface.
What about if I hold a 5 foot piece of
Mhm.
earth underneath
Yeah.
us?
Uh-huh.
Just- Mm.
As for anything underground, you can't see more than 5 feet of material, so you don't know if anything's affecting underground.
The effects seem to go at least at 5 feet.
Yeah, from where the walls are, the magic does go down 5 feet for your sight.
Okay, so I'm just gonna assume it goes way beyond that then. Okay. I don't know if it's way too specific a question, but with the alarm system and the way they detect that something teleported through, do they know which direction the teleportation happened? Would they know that someone went from in to out or came out to in?
As far as you can tell, the alarm is not that elaborate, maybe because it goes over such a wide area. It seems they have to take cutbacks here and there. They just know something's passed through it, not which direction.
Yeah. So we could hope that they just assume something came in and start looking for that instead of focusing on what's happening outside.
The talking room. Can we just walk through?
You can just walk through the barrier because where there is no wall, there is something blocking you. They'll just
Yeah, we
know you're
can.
walking through it.
Yeah,
If-
just go up
if
and
you-
ask them and just say, "Can I just walk through, please?" Why? Because I
It's-
want to. I just want to go that side.
It's unlikely, but we can try, I guess.
What's the worst they're going to do? Just say no and just say, "Okay," and turn around and then we'll go with the second plan.
I would say they're probably going to go, hey, you guys look really suspicious, and what if he has a giant-ass devil horn coming out your head, you're coming in with us?
Yeah, there's that as well. I'll just pull out my imaginary loot and start talking to them.
Go on. Can we feed, like, NOS fluid to the chocobos and then just blast through the checkpoint?
I'm not sure family is the most important thing to you, so no.
Damn. Alright.
Well, if I can cast haste on all of them, that's about as good as we got.
Charge through the holes. They just shoot you in the back.
I mean, that's a choice, really. One round, we just absolutely pelt it, or we walk over towards them, or we pull magical shenanigans. Those are our three options, right?
I mean, a hasted chocobo doing a full-out run straight through. If we can get a straight line directly through, that's not like got debris in it that's gonna slow us down too much. That's 120 times 4 is 480.
Yes. I think chocobos have the run fee as well, so it's times 5.
Oh, that's even more. That's
More.
600.
80 burps.
yeah, 600.
And to be fair, that is in 6 seconds. So, technically.
Meow.
Fucking meow.
That's fucking road runner level shit right there.
Me, me, me. That was terrible.
That
I'm
was-
sorry.
That was not about you, but no. This is what we're here for.
Can we just get the chocobos to change their noise to Pingu? Noot noot.
The Arctic chocobos. I'll be honest, if I saw a 600, like, something moving at 600 feet every 6 seconds hurtling towards me, I don't think I'd have time to react. But either way. That's a cute ass bird.
Unless
Sure,
anyone
right.
comes up with anything, I can still try to observe from this wall. I think Mento's gonna try to sneak back to the party to report what they
No.
found out.
I think those three options are what we've got. We could potentially go further down the wall, but then we've got to get over the wall.
I can get through the wall.
Yeah, true. I mean, I can
But
climb
then there's still the
wall.
alarm.
Yeah, they'll
Yeah,
know we're there,
climb
regardless.
them, and then they'll
Yeah,
just
Mm.
come straight to us.
I think we actually have a chance of getting past the wall quite quickly if we don't have to fight. If we have to fight, it's basically a choice of, do we attempt to basically kill... Well, there's no two ways around it. Do we attempt to kill them, we go past them, or do we literally just blitz it? Like, try and get away from them? But yeah, that's all I can think of at the minute. I don't know about you guys.
if you're thinking of the killing route, just from what Clarke has very recently experienced, she would like to try not to do the killing route.
I guess.
Avoid that
Yeah.
as best as possible.
Yeah. Crom's probably a little bit belligerent, but he can understand the state you're in. He's not going to be like, yeah, let's do it.
Just to put out there, I did look it up. The Chocobos do have the run feat, and also if I cast Airwalk ahead of time, like we don't have to have a clear path. We could just like 10 feet off the ground and just blitz through, and they have no stopping us.
It's certainly worth a try, honestly. I think just for fun factor, if anything. I don't know how well it'll work, but meh.
It's 10 minutes per level. And when Plains in a forest, then I can use that with the mythic point that gives extra 30 minutes.
Yeah, and with
It's
that
like 100
speed,
minutes
yeah,
per
and with
bird.
that speed.
Oh, you
could
got
even go
Airwalk
to
as well,
where we
then?
go.
Yeah, it's on Geomancer. But I would need the mythic it.
Same.
Assuming that works, then yeah.
And then I've got haste. I don't know if you've got haste.
I do not.
Yeah, and you can't use haste mass until 6th. Like
Right.
6th level spells.
I get
I'm not
Geo haste, but that's
sure.
like within a specific location.
I'm not sure Airwalk can be used on the Mount Chocobos.
The living creatures.
Creature,
No,
gargantuan,
it's
smaller
just-
attached.
It says you can cast Airwalk on a specifically trained mount, so it can be ridden through the air.
Mm. Well,
That's true.
Otherwise, you need to train them for a week. So you wouldn't be able to use Airwalk on the Chocobos.
We either talk to them or try and run past them. What's the move?
I could try to teleport. Worst case scenario, it gets blocked and we get stopped right at them.
That's true. We still got that option. Have we got any way of boosting your caster level? I know you get it from
I mean, that's the
forest.
thing. If where we're casting it, well, it doesn't have. It's either forest or plains.
Okay.
So I get the +1 to cast level from that, and then I have to use a mythic to do it, so that gives +2. So it's +3 total.
Could Demir aid another you to increase the roll, or is that not possible?
No.
Why not? He has spells.
Does he have Dimension Door?
He could
No.
do.
I don't even have access to time and space type spells.
I think teleport is worth a shot. Because yeah, I imagine Clarke is not up for the whole. If we could
Oh.
not lethally fight, maybe, but we're not built for that.
How many
not
creatures
built for that,
can you
but-
take with you
yeah.
on the dimension hop?
One additional willing, medium, or smaller creature per 3 caster levels.
Okay, so
So
you can
cool.
take the burps with you.
Yeah, I can take us, but not the birds.
Which is
The birds are
important
also
part.
large, they count as 2.
Yeah.
So if we're gonna do that, we're gonna need to dismiss the chocobos, and then summon them up pretty quickly once we get to the other side. How long has it been since we woke up? Or since we left camp, I guess it would be better.
It would have been like an hour.
That's 2 MP.
Don't you get Mount Communal?
Maybe. I
You
would
would.
have to. I would have to search that,
Nah.
which I'm okay
It
with.
saves
100%.
time.
I just
If we're in a hurry to get the chocobos back, then that saves a lot of time. 1 casting versus 4 castings.
correct. Yeah, that's only a 2nd level spell.
Do I need another stealth to make it back to the party?
Yes.
Not as good as the first one.
You make it back to the party. As far as I can gather from your discussions, are those your 4 options? In the case of
Pretty much.
Fly, it's going to be a strange event for how much MP it's going to cost, and you don't know how high that barrier goes.
Well, we could still also try to just haste run through the border. It's gonna be a little
yes.
bit more difficult because I don't know what the terrain is like, but
I think if we can, could we haste ourselves, attempt the teleport, because then even if we stop at the wall, we're closer, and then just run.
What type of haste do you have? Because haste is single.
and it's rounds per level.
I guess we try.
If you are doing that, depending on if you are getting stopped, if you're stopped on the floor, the first person who got haste would only have 3 rounds of it left.
Yeah.
If you think 3 rounds of haste is going to be enough to dart through and avoid any confrontation with the people on the walls.
I think the teleport is probably our best bet, right? Can we agree on that at least? We're trying to get past without a fight at the moment.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. If we go with the teleport, then we have to prep for the confrontation.
Yeah. Do we know how dimensional anchor work? Can we make a roll for that?
What do you want to know about it?
Like, does it stop teleportation that's through that area, or is it just in a specified area?
For the way that it's set up with this, it basically makes a wall. So when you're trying to go through the different planes to get through this, it blocks that path through those planes. So it's a case of being inside of it and also trying to go through it.
Okay, so basically it'd be meant as caster level versus a wall.
Yeah.
Alright. And if it fails, we just don't go anywhere, right?
If it fails, you'll be stopped at the edge of the wall, so you'll be basically where those guards are lined up.
Yeah. So, like, if we teleport, would be the best if it succeeds, but if it fails, we have to be prepared on how to deal with the knights.
Yeah, true.
So I'm pretty sure that's where we're at. We could try the burrow route. That will also trip the alarm.
And it's a lot slower.
It is very slow. And I mean, I guess to... Well, it's magically enforced stone, but the spell doesn't say anything about that. It's just you can go through stone. And loose material collapses behind the target 1 round after it leaves the area.
Yeah, so it's like there's no tunnel, you just move.
Yeah.
Or should we? I don't know, the only thing I can think of that's going to work here, because the burrow seems like a decent idea, but again, it's a case of how long it'll take and where we end up. Because we might end up going only a little bit past the wall, and then getting shot. How long does the burrow last?
A minute per level.
Okay. So could we? Because is burrow personal, or can you do it on everyone?
Creature touched.
Okay. Is it worth getting burrow on everyone? We try to teleport, but again, this is a bit heavy on your MP. And then if we are stopped, we just go straight to the ground. Because I don't know how it works, but surely if there's a teleportation, they can't tell which direction we came from. So they won't know which way to look.
And just if you get through, they'll know that something went through. They don't know which way, and at least my hope is that they think that something came in, because in situations like this, that's more probable, and that's what they're guarding against.
Yeah, that's you'd think that, wouldn't you? Like that they would be guarding against things getting into the country, not necessarily they're going to be guarding against things leaving it, but they're more. I would have thought they'd be more concerned about things trying to come in from Mysterio, right?
Yeah, at least that's my assumption.
You do know they have been apprehending spies that have been coming into Richterland as well.
Yeah. So
I could do like both, like give everybody burrow,
that's
and then
the
try to
thought.
teleport.
Yeah, that's what
But
I'm
that would be most of my mythics.
Yeah.
Because both require mythics right now.
Right. Okay.
Would you not have enough mythic then? Because you need one for each cast.
I have 6 max,
Okay.
and I haven't used any because I didn't use that one.
Did you take extra mythic?
I did,
Then you should have 7, not 6.
but we have 1 less because
Yeah,
shenanigans.
That's
Oh,
because of
that's
the-
right. I forgot about that. Oh man.
You're welcome.
Yeah, because the Void Dragon either withdrawing its support or something.
Could be either. Felt like those tremors yesterday.
No.
I was looking at that. I thought there was another spell regarding stone, but that's a higher level one.
So we're gonna go with teleport and haste, or teleport and burrow.
Well, the thing with burrow, like, it's so slow. Where are you even burrowing? Just straight down?
Yeah, this is the thing. Like, it'd be quite difficult to escape with it. I was more thinking that if we make it through, we could burrow and get away from where we were. But even then, that's kind of risky because we won't know where anyone else is.
Yeah. Because, I mean, technically to bypass the whole direction thing, you just burrow your normal movement straight down and pick a direction, but that's also very risky.
One of us is back.
Because,
on the
like,
other
we
side of
can
the wall.
assume that even in this area, anything in here is just stone. At the very least, maybe even further than that. So, like, my idea is that if we do use burrow, we just focus on that. We find us, like, way down alongside the wall where there's not immediate guards in that area. We get there and we just burrow. We don't even burrow underground, we just go straight through the wall.
Yeah.
You want to burrow through the wall?
Yeah,
It lets you do it.
it lets you do it.
If you're burrowing through the wall, there is not going to be any loose things. You will be making a cylindrical
Yeah.
hole through it.
Yeah, I assume so. So that's the thing, like, we can start moving through. The alarm will be tripped, they will come see that there's just a I assume it's small enough that they can't really follow us through, but they'll see that something is going through it. I don't know how it works.
They wouldn't be able to follow Mentha's hole. Everyone else's hole, they could get through it, depending on the size of the person and what they're wearing. Either way, if they do have ranged attacks, they could just shoot at your feet. Would be dark in there, so they would have you would have concealment and whatnot.
Yeah, but that's also like if we just go straight through the wall, we don't have to worry about, okay, when's the correct time to go up, because we just come right through it.
Yeah, I guess so.
You just plop out the other side.
Yeah,
I'm gonna vote for zoomies.
it's like 3 rounds to get through the wall.
It's... Can you run, Burrow?
No. But like double move, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's 5 feet, and then there's a double move in B.
Yeah, about 3 rounds.
So I guess one option, if we don't want to risk the teleport going through, we could just... Then it's too hard to sneak all of us next to the wall. We can teleport to the wall, burrow through, and teleport out. There's just barely enough mythic to do that.
I think, just for time's sake.
If you walked away, have you, Jack?
Get quiet.
Sorry. Just
your
for
ass back
time's
over
sake.
here.
I'd vote for trying to teleport to the wall. Just because the longer we spend doing these kind of things, there's the option of we get ambushed by demons mid-burrow. Or devils,
Why would demons attack you?
I don't think they're... I just think it takes a long time. It's 3 rounds. So, like, we don't know how long it'll get anyone to, like, react to the alarm.
Yeah.
Locate where it tripped and come investigate.
So, I mean, it gives them more... It's possible that nothing happens, but it just gives them a chance, and we don't know what's on the other side of the wall. Whereas your teleport can go like 1,000 feet or something ridiculous, right?
It's 700 something.
Still quite a distance.
Long range would be like 800 feet.
Okay, so it would get us a good distance from the wall, and we could just run from there.
Yeah, and I did saw like 3 lines, so we could get there.
But yeah, that's
Once
got
we're
my
off the
vote.
wall.
Well, that's got my
Like-
vote. It's up to you guys. So you've got the spells. So this is going to take your resources. Sorry. I'm happy with what you picked.
I mean, at least for that we have a plan, even if they do spot our horses are shooting at us. They are shooting in the darkness. And I assume... I don't know how...
There's the wording for the blocking part. I keep thinking it's the ethereal plane, but it's not. It's the astral plane.
I guess probably worst case scenario with burrowing through the wall is that they just wait us on the other side. Wait for us on the other
That's
side.
what I mean. They could just go down with loaded crossbows and wait for us to poke our head out.
Yeah, that is true. And so then, like, what's the... Like, if we try to go through, it fails, and we're, like, right in front of these guys, then what then?
I think the only thing I could think of, like off the top of my head, is that we haste before we go. And yes, it's only 3 rounds, as Napal said. The first person gets hasted, but either if one of the faster people carries Mentha, because I think you're 20
I
feet,
can
aren't you?
give myself... hang on. I didn't do it.
Oh, yeah, you got long stride, haven't you? So you can go.
I
30
do
feet
have a
at
long
least.
strider.
But is that an enhancement?
Pretty sure all the movement P's buffs
It
are.
is enhancement, yeah.
Right, so it wouldn't stack with haste. You'd still be 50
Right.
anyway.
I also have Windrunner.
It's Windrunner enhancement.
Yeah.
Mm,
30 speed treated as enhancement bonus.
yeah.
So, thought is, if we can increase our speed and go, great. If not, I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. Increase our speed. Hope we've surprised them and run. But we don't have a lot of tools. Well, we have a lot of tools in our toolbox, but there's a lot of things that stop us using them. Failing that, we walk up and ask very nicely that we go through. I don't think it's going to work, but you can certainly try.
And throw Chester an input.
I think it's all the same things. You know, we'll try the teleport. Like Grom says, it's got many factors that can stop it against us. If not, we can try haste it through. Last resort, try and talk our way through. But like he says, it's likely not going to work.
Well, that's it. If we're gonna try talking, we have to try talking first.
Well, yeah.
As soon as we try anything else, it's pretty much out the window.
I see you wondering how we got here. Let me explain.
It's not what it looks like.
Yeah, I think if we don't make a decision now, we are going to be here for the entire 4 hours. We tried the teleport. But I'll tell you what, I'll put it to the guy, everyone, because my diplomacy is absolutely shocking. Do you have the confidence to say you can potentially talk us through this? For anyone who has the skills.
As a player, I don't have the confidence talking my way through it. As a character, I potentially have the skills to talk my way through it.
But we have the roles are there for a reason. At the end of the day,
I've got a
Okay.
plus 14 to diplomacy.
what's your bluff like?
Absolute dog shit. Plus 2.
That's where the problem is.
I thought
Does
you
anyone-
had the circlet persuasion does not affect bluff.
It should do.
It's all charisma.
It's
Oh,
all
yeah, so-
charisma based.
Yeah, technically it
skills.
has that as well, so
You have
It
plus
would-
1.
bump it up to plus 5.
A plus 5, nice.
Yeah, 'cause it's all charisma
Take it
based.
back.
Yeah.
Why is no? It's not calculating in the roll. That's weird. Recount.
Yeah, it should
Where is it?
Have you not put the bonus in there?
Yeah, I have.
I'll have a look. See.
Unless it's good. No, hang on. No, it's because I've got a -2 to my charisma. That's why. So that is right. It is a plus 2
How do you have 14 diplomacy if you're -2 charisma?
because I put points into it and other
You
bullshit.
get stuff for being human as well.
Hume as
and stuff
well.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So, yeah, you have decent social skill. You can always try and lie us in there. But I would say we need to decide now, are you good with that, or do you want to try the teleport route?
If I'm bluffing my way through, I definitely do not have as much confidence as I would if we were just saying the truth and say we need to get through there to sort out our taint. And there's only people in Mysteria that can fix it. That
The
way
only
I'm
reason
not
why-
lying and it's a diplomacy.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm saying bluff is in case to try and bring up something you don't want to talk about. So you got it in the back pocket, but yeah, the diplomacy seems good. So that's the choice, really. It's yes or no. Are you up for it, or do you want to go for the magical route first?
I'm up for it, absolutely, because it's essentially the easiest way without using our resources. If it fails, I mean, we'll just turn around and then try the other route.
I think. Yeah, maybe. What about the rest of you? What are you thinking? Do we try the talk first? Because if we try the talk first, that's option 1. If we don't try and talk, we can shelf that and then decide on what we're going to do magical-wise.
I don't know if we're trying to talk. The only problem with that is that if these people also have the capability to detect magic and see Clarke's mark, that might be an issue.
Well,
Yeah,
they'll
bearing in mind we
visibly be able to see Crom's horn.
Yeah,
This is what I mean. We've had
so
Richtons
it might be a
come
hard
to us
check.
and- yeah, the Richtons have tried to put us in prison very recently. But
It's
14
technically
decent.
Rictorians, but Richtons work as well.
Victorians, okay, I remember that. What were you thinking, intro? Sorry, I saw you light up.
That's fine. I feel like the least likely of just abject failure is zoomies. Just run through.
Hmm. At least try to teleport there and then run. But if the guys want to try it, I'm
So
up for
the,
them.
the thing about teleport though is if we just pop right here next to all these knights, we're just going to be surrounded by enemies, and we're not going to have our mounts that are going to be able to run super fast.
Yeah, zoomies would be just with the chocobos just run through.
Just complete, yeah, I guess.
And even then, really would need to just get through the wall, then huddle up, and then I can teleport us further away.
That's what I mean, yeah. If we
True.
get past the breach and we get far enough away from that dimensional accuracy effect, we can just whoosh.
Yeah. If we teleport first, it doesn't work. It's gonna be complicated to get to the other side, all of us in a same area. Because of all these other guys who are gonna be in the initiative order.
Yeah, likely.
So I guess our top options are either talk or zoomies.
Yeah, I think that's it at the minute. So that's what we need to establish. Are we going to talk to them?
If we are
We've
going
got
to talk to them, that might affect our plan to do zoomies, because zoomies
It's
requires
a certain amount of time. Yeah.
it's time and it's the element of surprise. If you already approach them to talk to them, they'll know that, okay, something weird is going on today. And
Yeah.
I'm sorry to
might be
say,
more-
I have immunity to the elemental of surprise.
you do, but do these guys have it?
Exactly.
Well, you don't know what race they are, I never asked.
Do they have the subtype of God?
So
Would they be soldiers in somebody else's army if they did?
You never know.
I don't know. I found like every NPC and everything has a subtype of God. They
What?
just- they're a follower of God. They just follow his words.
It's just one of those animes where the character's secretly God, but they want to pretend to be a low-level person.
Yeah.
We have been here for an hour and a half. Are we running or are we talking?
Fuck's
I mean, you're talking, but not to them.
I feel like we just do the talk. If it doesn't work, we'll try and get a way out of there. Yes, you might lose the element of surprise, but if you fail to do that anyway, it's just going to end up with the same outcome of you're most likely going to have to fight them, even though we don't want to. Well, Clarke doesn't want to.
We'll also just remember, there is a part of the barrier that Spedford was not able to detect or identify.
Yeah, there was one
Yeah.
But when
magic.
we're closer, Demir could maybe try and identify that.
What was that one?
I mean, at the time that you're next to the barrier, it's not going to matter too much for identifying the last effect.
Okay.
So Clarke wants to do talking. Demir wants to do zoomies. What does Crom want to do?
Cromwell wants to get his everything done with.
He wants
He
to
has
rip
no
and tear
choice.
until it's done.
I do not have levels in Berserker. Not yet, anyway.
Would you like to?
At some point, I will. It's in the plan. I'm
Alright, what's
good
the
with
benefits choice? Was Crom going to make a decision?
If Clarke wants to talk, bearing in mind that she is in a probably still like a shaky mood, I'm willing to let her try and talk. So I'll go with talk. But yeah, if this goes horribly wrong, it is what it is.
What about Mentha?
As a player, G's leaning towards Sumis, but Mentha would prefer to talk, so I'm gonna go with talk.
Yeah, in my heart and soul, I want to be on a 600-foot.
I want to be on a
chocobo.
600-foot Zoomy, but you know.
I want to break the sound
Just-
barrier.
I still get the
It's a-
opportunity. We could do it at any point. We could get past the barrier and then go on Zoomies.
Just recreational, like
Just-
but...
yeah. I mean, just because it's such a ridiculous D&D plan, I want to see if it would work.
Yeah.
Sadly, you're not going to
Right.
go to Mach 1, so you can't break the speed barrier.
Well,
You have
if
to go in a
we-
straight line. You did the line just wrong. You just splat into the wall.
into a tree, just because.
Yeah, that's Cyanide and Happiness skit.
It's a shame, really, because if we had combat trained chocobos, we could do this like in the air, just run. But it is what it is.
Alright, so the gang's going with talking. Are you doing anything in preparation for talking or approaching the wall?
We don't have any manacles, do we?
You wanted to put Crom in manacles to make him look to be a prisoner?
More just a case of less of a threat.
Probably not going to be less of a threat from how bulging your muscles are. There would have to be quite the ostentatious manacles for you. You'd also need to
Alright.
take off all of your magical gear.
No, that's fine. But let's just go for it then. Do we have anything to increase Clarke's face skills or anyone who wants to do this talking section?
I can do it with Mythic.
I'm going to activate my ring to get mage armor.
How many hero points do I have? None. Shit.
Need to bring in the comedy, my man. All those puns that we were having on Thursday.
Yeah, I'll
We're in a
put my
depressing
pun hat on. I'll be
campaign.
ready to try and get anything I can.
Hmm.
We're in the
Never know, I
sad
might be
campaign.
rewarded one in this conversation, then I can use it straight away.
Just use your honeyed words.
Mm.
Yeah,
Oh,
outside
be
of
amazing with that.
their sight line, I'm gonna go ahead and use a Mythic point, and I'm gonna give
Yeah.
Clarke Elvon Splendor.
Normal one, which is +6.
Yes, sir.
What's it?
Alright.
What's that do?
1 minute
Yeah,
per
plus
level,
six
plus
charisma.
6 charisma.
Plus
Yeah,
6
Enhancement to
charisma.
charisma.
God
Which does
damn.
stack with your circlet, because that's competence.
The circlet is to charisma-based checks. His headband is enhancement to charisma. So you would technically
so-
have +4 from this, but the sheet should see that they're both enhancement.
I thought the circlet wasn't enhancement.
The circlet is competence to charisma checks. The headband is +2 to his charisma score. And the spell is +2 is +6 to his charisma score.
So what?
Those two
Oh.
don't stack. The circlet stacks because the circlet is just to the skills.
So the Elven Splendor gives how much enhancement?
+6.
You should have a total of +6 enhancement.
Yeah. The cheat should see that it's enhancement if you put it in as enhancement and not
I don't
give
even
you.
think you
I've
had
done that.
another
eight.
I have a +1 to my charisma mod.
This is the hope we have.
I've now got a +17 to my diplomacy.
Alright, let's do this.
You had 14 earlier?
Yeah.
Why is it adding 3 when it should only add 2?
I don't know. I just put in
What's your bluff at now? Is your bluff +5?
yes.
Then is that giving you too much enhancement? Because I'm pretty sure you have the headband of charisma, don't you?
No, intelligence.
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
No, I've got a
okay.
headband of vast intelligence.
Yeah, because you have
Okay,
Giant,
fair
I
enough.
think.
You will be getting +3 then. I must be thinking of another character that you have.
No, I don't think any of my characters have got a charisma headband.
Alright. Anything else being done?
Can I
That's
bardically
okay.
inspire now?
I can let you immediately retrain as a bard if you want, but you're going to be one level
Why
below
am
what
I
you are
keep?
now. Why is there 3 of you?
I don't know.
I know.
Every
You
time I
can't
tried to
age
delete
yourself,
it, it copied
alright?
another one. No, okay, it's good now. I gotta remind myself not to surge anything because that's gonna be like super suspicious. Well, as the party approaches, Clarke will make herself known.
What up, dickhead? No.
What up, dog? You got free to let me through?
You let me through.
As the party approaches the destroyed parts of the wall, the battalion leader will certainly easily be able to see your party, with Demir wearing white against green and Clarke's armor shining in the light. The man motions over to 2 of the knights nearby as they walk towards you. Their weapons are sheathed, though they do have their wrists kind of dangling atop the hilts. What business do you have at the wall?
Hi there. We're looking for a passage through the wall. We were approaching this way and we're looking to get safe travel towards Mysteria.
This is not a checkpoint, but we can use it at one for your case. Why are you needing to go to Mysteria?
I don't know if you have anyone that's magically inclined around you, but as you can see from my lovely furry friend behind me, got a big horn, and unfortunately some of us are tainted with the devil's taint. We're looking to get to Mysteria in hopes that we can cure the curse.
That is quite the unique position you're standing in. Give me a moment.
Please, take all the time you need.
The battalion leader takes a few steps back and looks towards the wall. He shuffles around in his pocket, pulls something out, and puts it towards his face. You can then hear a few muffled sounds coming from his helmet, but he seems to be putting it underneath.
Trying to get a general demeanor type.
They're all on defense against you. It seems like they're ready to attack any moment of any sign of provocation. But aside from that, they seem to be doing it by the book. The battalion leader will then move back to the front as he puts away whatever he had in his hand. It seems you've had some issues with our knights before. Hopefully you've not had any more engagements with us thus far. But nothing has been reported.
Trying to maintain a good reputation.
The reports say that you come from the Southlands. Is this to be correct?
It is. I come from a small village called Mater. It's where I was born and lived. Born and raised.
Am I to take it that once you get this devilish taint healed, that you'll be returning to the Southlands?
You would be correct. I'd like to get rid of the taint so I don't endanger any of our villagers, and then head home. Hopefully live out the rest of it peacefully.
Roll me diplomacy. And I take you not bluffing, you do mean to go back to the Southlands.
Do you mean to go back to the Southlands? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Not like this.
Not like this. Anyone got a hero point? 'Cause
No.
I haven't.
You're gonna use your Void Dragon powers, right?
No, because that's... No, that would immediately attack.
We're definitely not a threat. Explodes into like black starlight.
Since you are from the Southlands and are going back, you have no allegiances or papers. You normally need this for you to go to and fro. Just know you aren't spies in disguise. But from what we can see, you're not in either of those. If you were, the Varg would be hiding that horn. We will require payment for you to pass through, and for you to sign some contracts beforehand. Though, since you are devilly tainted, I'm sure you're familiar with them. They are not soul-binding, mostly for noting purposes.
Okay, and how much would this payment be? And what would this contract entail?
You will just confirm where you're going and what you are doing, just so we know who is who. For payment, since you have no papers, it would be quite expensive.
Demir, are you doing anything to hide the insignia on your arm?
No. It's just like a patch that's on my shoulder. Like, it's not like, it's obvious. I'm obviously not wearing any military
colours.
uniform. This is just like something I cut off of my dad's uniform, and it's just like a patch on the shoulder.
Alright, I didn't know if you were going to be changing it all because the knight's here or not. I don't think you changed for the other knights either, but just to double check. As for the sense motive, it's kind of hard to read the man because you can't see his face and you can only hear a muffled voice. But as far as you can tell, without knowing the number, because he hasn't said it yet, it seems to be standard procedure. But before he says the number, he will tilt his head towards Demir and take a step closer, but not too close.
You there, Sir Dwarf. You are not in our uniform or colours, yet you wear a private's patch. Is one of your family members in one of our units, or were?
Aye, sir. This used to be my pa's patch. He was in the army before. He perished several years ago. I keep it as a memento.
From my knowledge of the Southlands, there was no war there. Does that mean your father was a part of one of our units?
I don't really know. He was. Hold on, I forgot my whole backstory. Give me a second.
My backstory? What do you mean?
Whips
I
out
wrote
the
this
scroll.
like 3 months ago. Actually, I think it's close to half a year now. As far as I remember and what I read, you just put service to the army of his kingdom, but there are 4 kingdoms.
Give about a pregnant kingdom. My father died from wounds gone bad many years ago. He's I wear it to remind myself that as a healer, there's a lot of things I can do to fix things, but only if I'm there.
Then I'll give thanks to your father for whatever service he provided.
The man then steps back into the front of his knights.
Considering the dwarf carries the honor, we can let you pass for 2,000 gil. If you do not have that in coin, we will take it in material.
That's another sense motive right there.
Yeah, Clarke will also sense motive that.
I'm sorry you've used your sense motive quota
Oh
for today.
my god! Right. Clarke really didn't want to do this talk, clearly. I thought she was ready, but she's not. She's still thinking of the dead people.
Yeah, your thoughts are on other things, and you feel like this is going according to the plan. As for Tamir, still again full head in the helmet, muffled voice. The only thing you can really gather from his demeanor is that it did change when he realized that you are carrying the honor of your father. You don't know if he made it better or worse, because you didn't hear the original number, and your sense motive isn't that high.
Ooh.
But yeah, it's 2,000 gil in coin, or if you can provide it in a material instead.
If it's a +1 weapon, it would be half the price of it, yeah?
Yes.
All right, I have at least 1,000. I'm so glad I stole that other sword from that devil.
Here, have this devil sword.
Hey, it's magical.
Yeah.
I'm glad I took it with me.
Axe. I can give up my magic axe.
You would still have your communal loot as well, because you haven't had a Kraken attack.
They're a real danger, alright?
We still do have the belt of giant strength, which I was
Is that
planning on
another
using
one?
later. Yeah, this is one that I was going to use later, but I currently have a different belt on right now.
Okay.
That
those
belt would
scrolls
both pay for it
accurate?
full.
Because scrolls are worth like 375 each, like second cast level 3 ones, right?
What? I'm just trying to work out the total cost of the longsword. Is it going to be like 1,007 gil? Because if it costed 15 flat, or does it cover
It'd
the
be
masterwork price as well?
1,157, I think. Because it includes masterwork for 300, so half that 150.
Right, okay, yeah, I did think that.
As for the scrolls, the cast level is not the spell level. Cast level 3 would be spell level 2, which is 150. The cast level 9 would be the 4th levels, which are 700.
Okay. I know we want to try and keep a hold of those.
Since Demio did bring up the belt would pay for the cost in full.
That's an option.
I've got my Dwarven Silver Sheen War Axe +1 as well, that I very rarely use.
Yeah, just
that your
give
only
away
melee
that
weapon then?
reward you got from a friend in the army. Yeah. Just keep shuffling it around army men. But yeah, I think that is the only melee weapon that Demir had, because I'm pretty sure you got rid of your old one.
I did.
I don't think you want to get rid of your only melee weapon, just in case.
Yeah.
It's also Silver Sheen, so it goes past any Silver DR. Not as if you're fighting devils.
That is true.
Yeah, which is
Maybe one
very
of you
important.
guys should learn how to use it.
Yeah, guys, why don't you use it?
If only I had another one of those devil swords. Oh wait, I do. I'm not
Yeah,
getting
it's
out
just
though.
that you're using it.
Yeah, I like to dual wield.
So what do you want to do? Do you want to give that up, or should we try and scrape together?
I mean,
You're
I
happy to-
could part ways with the headband and vast intelligence. Clarke doesn't mind just being more stupid than what she already is.
I mean, there's also the belt that's not being used by anyone currently.
Yeah, that's what if we're happy to just give the giant strength, that would just be it.
That's what I mean, yeah. Just flat. That should be it. If you're alright with that, Demi, because I know you have plans for it.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I have a belt currently that I need to use, and I don't mind giving it up for easy passage through the wall. That's not a problem.
Yeah. Without them.
Alright, Clarke will... Where is all of this loot, by the way?
Probably in my bag of holding that
In your bag
that
of
I
holding,
carry.
yeah.
Alright. Clarke will ask Demir if he could pass it over to her.
As the group is like in a huddle, like murmuring to themselves, the leader will send off the knight to one of the nearby doors to go inside and pull out some parchment and clipboards whilst you're talking.
Yeah, I'll grab that belt out of the out of the pouch and hand it over to Clarke.
Clarke will hold it out with a step forward. I think this should pay passage. And she'll tell him what it is.
The town lady will move up. You'll then thumb the visor up, as you can see his eyes behind some spectacles. He then kind of like bends his finger through the hole to tap the glasses. This should suffice. You are spoken of to be adventurers, so I'd unlike you to have one of these. Strange you have one spare, not sold it at a local settlement.
I was planning on using it later, but I got the health one right here.
Yeah, like the dwarf said. We were having plans for it, but if it means we can take passage, then we'll pass it over.
The leader takes the bell out of your hands and throws it to one of the knights behind him as they take it off into one of the nearby doors. The knight then puts parchment under the metallic holder of the clipboard and hands it to you. Underneath there are 4 scrolls of parchment. Each one basically describes the location of where you are with general coordinates, as well as who you are and where you're going. There are 4 places for you to note down. There is your race, your name, occupation, and your place of origin.
Okay. If you give us a moment, I'll turn around to the party and fill these out.
He will also hand you a quill that's already been inked.
If not, I think I've got one.
Crom just pulls out his one. I have my own writing utensil.
I actually do.
I'll use my own pens.
You got your own one, but you ain't got the ink to use it, so...
I've got ink pen, inkwell, got the whole thing.
I don't know, I think that inkwell's been smashed from how many times you've fallen on the floor. I like you both hummed.
So...
You're just so in sync.
So it's
very
just your
thick glass.
basic information of where we're going, where we're from, who we are.
Yeah, your race, name, occupation, and place of origin.
Can I roll a linguistics to check all the fine print?
I was just
Make
about
sure
to
we're
ask
not,
that.
You
signing
can
into
roll
something we don't want.
linguistics, yes.
Detect
Uh,
magic to see.
What's your linguistics, Juster?
+2.
Can I assist him? Her?
Sure.
Sorry.
Can I see the world map when we get a chance?
I certainly can do that for you.
When you assist, and you probably do better than the person you're assisting.
Here's the board map.
There. It's
It's,
alright.
it's about, yeah.
It's about the same.
For everyone besides Demir, your place of origin would be Meta.
Yeah, that's what I would go for mine.
Unless Memphis Grove has a name, you would put Meta.
Yeah, not really. Like, anyone who's from Southlands and knows the area, they can, like, usually, if anyone asks, give proper description, but because they hung around in Mate so much, it was just,
Vegetable
Save
patch
some
31.
yeah.
Alright, I'm good on the world map, thank you.
A little garden by a pond in the forest.
There's not enough of space on that line to put all that.
It's just a really long list
You'll
of
just see Clarke just say,
directions.
just put Meta. You don't need to put all that.
Keep scratching out, like, you go past the tree on the left, and the one on the right, and then the one on the left.
Just turn
It's
it
like
over,
this
just draw a
many,
map.
like, half miles towards east and southeast and... Okay.
Just on the
There's
back, you just got a
rock with, like,
kid's drawing
specific
with an X.
mushroom on it. Yeah. Crom didn't get, but he wasn't born there, but it's the only settlement that he's been in, so I'll use that.
I can't actually remember how to spell Meta.
Maeyta. I think.
That was close.
As for Demir, is Varna had truthful or lying?
Wait, I said the right one.
I didn't have it, and I didn't have a map before to pick a place, so I just picked a place, and that's where I'm from now.
All right.
Mhm.
Just so I know, as God, if you're being truthful or lying.
Yeah, I get it. No, that wasn't in my backstory before, so now it is.
All right.
As
Sorry.
Menda's filling their own application, just kind of pause and just look up to Chrome like, what's my occupation?
Also, Jasta, you've said your race is fighter?
Right, yeah, no, it's meant to be.
I was just about to say, like, hold on. Wait a minute. Cromwell looked down at sorry. At Menther and just go, just put gardener or something. What do you feel like? You feel like a honey? You feel like a gardener?
What did Mentford do in her grove?
I guess garden is the closest approximation.
Yeah.
Because they left pretty much as soon as they reached adulthood, and
Just
I
lay
mean,
there, soak up the
helper?
nutrients, soak in the sun. So just call it photosynthesis.
being a
Always like-
plant.
You always like drawing them little...
Occupation. Potato.
You could put in, Cromwell just said,
Turnip.
yep.
Turnip.
Vegetable.
Occupation vegetable.
You could just, Cromwell will say to you though, I mean, you always like drawing them fancy maps with all the stuff on them.
Cartographer.
In this case, your characters would know that occupation is anything you would be getting paid for. You could put cartographer, but it'd be weird that you call yourself one without being paid to do so in this context. Helper is fine. In your case,
Like, what
in
did you
your
do?
case, your payment is being allowed to stay in the grove.
Yeah. And in Meta, because they like
Yeah.
did like odd jobs and like help with groceries, did like everyday stuff for
No,
anything
you
that
want
has happened.
if you want a job in the future, you could put assistant there. That looks a little bit better on your resume.
What's a resume?
Look, now you're just confusing her. Have you all filled them out now?
Aye.
Right, give it here. Clarke will collect up all the parchment, put it back on a clipboard with the quill, and bring it over. Here you go. Sure,
I'm not sure if the word of resume exists in this world because it comes from both Latin and French. With everyone signing their contracts, they hand it back to the Richter leader. As far as you can tell from your linguistics, there's nothing untoward in there. It seems to be standard procedure.
It's alright. Fine.
The leader takes a quick look over it, especially since he just needs to look at 4 places. He then hands it to the knight behind him. He is then handed 4 hand-side pieces of card, which he hands back to you. These are your transportation cards. They let you go through here once and come back through here again. You'll most likely need to come through here, or some part of our wall, to head back through Richter and into the Southlands.
Clarke will take the card. Thank you. Thank you for your patronage.
Patronage?
It's just a lovely guy. Oh, I don't know what race they are. That's bad. Whatever you are, gender neutral.
I like how you were talking about race and then you then ended it with gender neutral as if that related to race.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
tick all the
patronage
boxes.
is like heated business. He like
Yeah, like
He
he
bought something
gave
from us.
you money.
yeah, and then you start talking
Yeah.
about race, and you start putting gender. You just
Clarke just muffled
went through all
of
different
those.
topics.
Clarke didn't get a lot of sleep last night, even though they only need 2 hours. They kept waking up, so.
Mhm.
It's been a long journey so far.
I'm definitely glad we didn't give up the headband of vast intelligence that they've got right.
Stop it. You would have
Alright,
seen when she was like getting all the items, she started taking it off and she lost the effects for a couple seconds.
As the battalion leader hands you these transportation cards, we shall have our break here,
Okie
and I shall be right back. Alrighty. So, as he hands over the card, everyone will get a hero point.
Don't say that. That means there's a hard fight ahead. Don't celebrate.
No, it now means that we have to get through Mysteria's battalion leader.
As these two normal, regular, run-of-the-mill, everyday knights move back to their positions, the battalion leader will slap down his visor yet again. He starts to say his farewells as you can hear shouting from atop the walls. The barrier that Mentha was able to see via the use of detect magic starts to become visible to the naked eye, as blue hexagons start to shoot upwards. A large bash of flame and lightning hits onto the other side as the walls shake and more dust and rubble come down. You hear several people atop the walls shouting that darkness approaches, as you can see several areas through the holes in the walls start to take on a darker hue and block your vision.
Clarke will turn to the leader. What's happening?
What's happening is I'm putting this on the wrong layer. Can I select it?
I can see a black circle in the northwestern hemisphere.
Yeah, and it won't let me select it because it's going weird.
It's having a
We're
moment.
in the right layer.
I'm in the right layer, yeah.
So many layers.
GM layer, map layer. Oh, there you go.
There's one of them. I can't affect the other one I've made. It's just there forever.
Dear.
I find that sometimes I have to basically select the whole area, but it just depends what layer you're on.
Okay, they're gonna look weird because the fucking area's being a pain in the ass right now.
Theatre of the mind.
Feet on the mind, just they're not looking like that.
We're under attack.
The walls shake and the ground quakes as the battalion leader runs to the forefront. Stay back, we don't want to be blasted by these things. You then can hear the whipping of bows atop the walls, arrows sailing across onto the other side. The airs of darkness approaching, I would hope, with the people within them. What's the party going to do?
This ain't that far. I say we let them walk it, deal with it, and move on from there.
It's not our fight, but we still need passage.
One of them's gonna win. Whoever wins, we go back, go through there. Sorry, Jacob.
No, nothing.
We don't even know what's coming. We should probably try to find it.
I think just stay where we are. Just put a defensive stance up. If it comes near us, we'll attack. Otherwise, it's not our fight, like Crom said.
Speaking of which, I'm going to go ahead and cast Shield Grip.
Alright.
I'll activate. I feel like Tiger Focus is what helps us most. For that +2 dex for 8 minutes. 7 minutes, sorry.
Anything else from the party?
How much more time do we have?
You're not in any turn order, you're just seeing things unfold right now.
Right.
I'll activate my mage armor ring. It's not going to help my armor per se, but in case it's against incorporeal attacks and whatnot. Just keep an eye out.
still have time.
Yeah.
I need to look up windshield.
Can't hear you.
I said I need to look up windshield real fast. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I'll also put up windshield and wind armor. And I'm happy to give wind armor to Cromorn and or Clarke if they want it.
Yeah. Windshield is personal. Wind armor you can give.
I
Yeah.
will take what I can get. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll give both Crom and Clarke wind armor.
I'll activate
Well.
windshield on myself. Yeah.
No osa windshield on.
Okay. Party continues to apply buffs to themselves as explosions occur on the other side of the wall, while the arrows continue to rain from top of them. Commands are shouted from atop the walls as well as from the leader, telling people to go to the left and to the right. Everyone then starts to feel the ground beneath them start to crack even further. Parts of the wall start to send downwards as the blue hexagons start to crack all over. This passes past the wall and even into the ground you stand upon, as the dirt starts to fall apart and go inwards. As I'll need everyone to give me a reflex save, please.
That +1 dex. Well, +2 morale dex. Jesus.
Ugh.
Not terrible.
Let's go.
Look at that.
As yeah,
Sorry, I was only going to just say, have I got all the buffs on correct? So I've got wind armor, shield from Shieldra, and then the tiger bonus from Crom, yeah?
Yeah, that should be it.
Okay, cool.
as you all prepare yourselves for whatever comes across from the wall or to pick up from the leftovers, the floor beneath you cracks and falls apart. Thankfully, you're all able to jump to the side or get onto a larger piece of rock and mud as you slide down with it rather than being crushed with it. Whereas Demir, you are pummeled quite a bit from the rubble coming down with you, as everyone slides and falls into the earth as the walls are pulled under.
So we just spent 2,000 gil on nothing.
We have the return pass,
That's
Yeah, you
true.
got the return pass.
and we have like decent rapport with the knights if we need to deal with them further.
I guess.
Not for nothing. I'm
It's just
trying to
funny.
be hopeful.
We spent an hour and a half talking about this, and we just fell onto the ground anyway. Let me pull out bullet.
As the rubble stops its way going down any further, you're surrounded on all sides by very cavernous rocky walls, floors, and ceiling. Thankfully, the above part of you is blocked by what came with you and doesn't keep continuing down. However, it does seem like you've blocked some form of passage that would have gone off towards the east. Jagged rock comes with you as some of the wall falls apart from the ceiling and down with you. The area has very dim lights around, though a small speckle does show off towards the west. As far as you know, you've gone down quite a few hundred feet, if not more, but you weren't exactly counting it at the time. And as you find yourself clumped along with the rubble, thankfully you all held dearly onto those transport passes of yours, so you do indeed still have them. but you are currently underneath the wall itself.
I'm gonna light up my leaves.
Alrighty.
I know
It's dark.
Clarke can't see very well. Can I crack a sun rod and basically give it to her to put in a belt so she emits light?
I'm already light up.
Menfo just lit herself up.
Oh, okay.
Just take out the sun rod and just look down and see if the mental leaves are emitting light.
Alright, I'll keep them for now.
And if we need to spread out, then that's useful.
Yeah. Guess the longer we do this, I realize that y'all are getting a lot stronger. A lot more efficient.
And there's still a lot we can do that you can do, Crumb.
Yeah. I guess so.
Now that we're finished admiring about how much stronger we're all getting, where the hell are we?
Underground.
Not exactly where we wanted to be, though, is it?
No, but if we go north a little bit, I'm pretty sure we'll get there.
As you come up to here, you rolled really well. Demir and Menfa, you'll be able to see atop the ceiling, just at pretty much the edge of Menfa's light, as well as Demir's dark vision, that there are shifting piles of rocks, as well as oozes that have pretty much sandwiched themselves against the ceiling. As far as you can tell, they either came here most recently because of the noise, or they've been here and possibly rather disturbed by your presence, but you see them before they do anything.
Creatures ahead. Can I get a check for what they are?
Certainly. I have the wrong character sheets open. One of them is Dungeoneering.
I don't have that one trained.
Nope.
The other one is Planes.
Go on, Mentha. Oh, I have planes as well.
Not it.
I've got.
Hey, you know what I mean? We still need
One
you.
time.
We still need you.
Menfa, you know what they are. You know that the hunks of rocks are minor earth elementals. They are hunks of animated rock that swirl around, and you can learn 9 trades.
If we could switch out one of the special abilities for spell resistance, I'd appreciate that.
Come on, give me the highlight. Come on, work with me. You want to trade one of the special abilities for spell resistance?
Yes, please.
All right.
That's a lot of traits. Who's doing the best, Jerry? It's not me this time.
It's me.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Justin, did you put the stuff in the compendium from the Wednesday game?
Yeah,
weakness is
totally.
reflex.
I definitely did.
Their weakness is wind. They are immune to earth as well as having elemental traits. They have earth glides and earth masteries where they can move through earth relatively well, and they get a bonus on their attack and damage if both they and their target are on ground. No SR, no resistance, and no DR.
Nice. Okay. Do we have any wind? No, I think Mentha, you have wind stuff, maybe? I don't know.
I have wind stuff sometimes.
Yeah, you can fly and become in the air, so technically Geomancy is air, right?
Yeah. If I start flying and do it, then it's wind. Unless this whole place counts as underground, because I'm not technically
This
in
is
the air.
all underground.
Yeah.
Right, got you.
I don't think flying would stop you being underground.
Don't know. I can check. But I don't think, as in like, because ground type can still be different whether you're underground or not, but or terrain type, I guess.
And just to clarify, is this skeleton's emitting light, right?
Part of the skeleton is emitting light.
Okay. Then there were oozes, but we can't identify them.
You have no way to identify them, apparently.
That's fine.
It's just flying or standing at the very edge of a high place. So, guess I can't be flying even if I'm underground.
I would say no, you'd be underground.
Then it just depends on what's the closest type. Because it can still be like worked stone or unworked stone or whatever. We'll deal with that when we get there.
That's a problem for a
Filling
roll
up.
later down the line.
In like 10 minutes when it gets to my initiative. Still haven't filled in this stretch.
If there's creatures on the ceiling, I say we just at least provoke them from here. I'll try and move up to here.
As you wish to provoke them, moving up to there provokes them well enough.
I was just trying to defend him here. I'm sorry.
I mean, you also said you wanted to provoke them.
Jesus.
Damn! Alright.
Spicy.
Clarke has come to play.
You rolled a 20, I rolled a 19. Our initiative differences are high.
I'm a Dexy girl, what can I say?
Do you know how I feel with most of my characters?
Never played a Dex character, ever, I don't think.
I think this is my second Dex character.
You're playing them both at once, though.
Oh, actually, yeah, that's a good point. No, this is my third Dex character.
It's alright, I'll give you some dex damage to even it out. Well, to start is Clarke.
Well, there's one right next to her. She's got to go for that one.
Is it not in the ceiling?
It is in the ceiling, yes.
Can I reach you from where I am?
The ceiling is 15 feet high, so no.
Oh,
You want to throw your
never
swords?
No, I do not want to throw my swords.
Come on.
Is
It'll
there
be
anything
easy.
on the
Three of
level,
them.
or are they all up high?
They're all up high right now.
Look,
For
if we get
fuck's
to ribgy about throwing a sword, you get sword throw puns as well.
You bully one person, we bully everyone.
It's
That's fair, right?
We are an equal opportunity bully group, alright? We
Yes.
do it to everybody.
Clark's going to move around and ready an attack if this one drop falls.
Drop falls, alright.
It drools, yeah.
Yeah,
Draw.
it's an ooze.
We don't know what the battle tactics of these things are, so I'm
Munch.
just going to full attack this one.
It's on the ceiling.
They're all on the ceiling, Crom. Otherwise, I would have attacked it.
I can climb up there with complete movement and just vital strike it then. But I need two hands, I'm guessing. For the axe.
You are going to need two hands for the axe, unless
Yeah.
it's a one-handed weapon, is it?
No, the great axe is two hands, 100%.
So you would not be able to attack with it.
Put your
can I
claws
climb-
into the wall.
I can climb up and bite it.
Yeah.
That would be... Yeah.
I mean, you could just hold your turn till after that one, because it's that one's turn next.
You don't know that.
I don't know
I
that,
don't.
but you know.
Actually, no. I'm gonna. No, I'm not gonna do that.
Throw your axe.
No, actually, it's a standard action. I'm gonna use escape route in case we get bogged down. So I'll do that, and yeah, stay where I am. Draw my weapon. That'll be me done.
All right. The elemental up on the ceiling is going to look down at the man who did not throw his sword and is going to pelt you with rocks. What is your touch AC, Grom?
My touch is probably quite decent actually now because people have helped me out. My touch is 14. Also, I don't have a sword.
A sword?
That
You said
might be why you didn't throw it.
Yeah,
I
you
said throw your axe.
You said throw
You
your
said-
sword.
You said sword.
Yeah, you definitely said sword.
I'm God, so I say axe.
Uh-huh.
All of your memories are altered to say axe.
It's in the stream.
Ah, there's no stream. Don't be talking about. I can edit that. So
We have the receipts.
Just edited the text to speech. Axe.
Yeah.
But it's like
Throw
really
your
blatant.
axe.
Yeah, it's like unbelievably blatant.
Crom, you are pelted with pelts of earth for 4. I need you to give me a fortitude save, please.
Should just bet him.
You will save against getting all moldy.
Cool.
This one is going to fly over to here, still above Clarke, and we'll do the same.
Your
Clarke,
touch
what is your touch?
Yeah, your
Probably
touch
a
is
lot
probably
higher.
A lot
20.
This fella's rocks will just bounce off of your magical barrier around you. Medfa.
Oh, didn't expect it to be this fast.
higher. Oh shit! Wait, hold on.
It's my
I
turn.
get to play? What?
I was distracted. Just in case, I assume this area is all like,
Difficult terrain.
well, yes, but
Stone?
unworked stone.
Technically it was worked, but it's been broken.
I mean, there is loose rocks, loose
Sure.
rocks or worked stone outdoors. But is this outdoors?
You're no longer outdoors, you're in a
Yeah.
cave.
Look, okay, just
It's underground stone, destroyed, loose. I don't know how many
Here's the
tags I can give
options.
you. Well, it says work stone outdoors, so loose rocks.
okay, and this would then be worked stone or something.
It is not worked, it is an actual cave.
So it's then this one is unworked stone.
If it doesn't count as an underground or anything, I would say yes.
And Geomancy doesn't really care about that. That's more like for the favorite terrain stuff.
Okay, we'll just say, yeah, unworked stone, because it is actually stone.
This is loose rocks. This is unworked stone. Okay.
Yes.
Is there any difference? Now I need to check that. It's both earth. It is useless to me. Okay. Anything else?
The air is musky, if you need to know the air type.
I do not, but thank you.
That's a level 8. I think you need that one.
I have not checked that far.
I've already taken the piss. I hope not. I really hope not.
It's
I
a dark
only-
environment.
I only ever prepped like one level ahead. I don't know what's in the future.
Oh, Clarke, there's a load of shadows around. You need that, right? It's not your Wednesday character.
I'm going to move over. Oh, there's a lot of them. Cool.
There are quite a lot of them, yes.
I just realized. That's fine. I'm going to put Geoavoidance in here somewhere. Yeah, let's put it like here. It should get this area pretty well.
Just make you a bloody cheat for geoavoidance.
I mean, maybe. So I'm gonna get more geo stuff in the future, possibly. It's just a ball with a 20-foot radius.
There you go. So now sheathing his dragon.
Thank you. Yep, I'm gonna do that.
Alright.
So that's plus 2 to dex.
Plan over here is going to flop down and boing onto the floor. It is then going to shoot a shard of... Let's see, its intelligence. It is going to shoot a shard of rock at the geoavoidance.
It's just an orb.
It's a fancy orb that you made appear. It doesn't like it.
Doesn't
It's also
hurt
the
it.
closest thing. Geoavoidance is 70 health and 2 hardness.
No, just roll it.
3 hardness.
3 harder, 70 points.
The orb is blasted, as it will take 5 damage. The plan is then going to wiggle its way up to it. Demir.
I'm gonna do something that I don't know. The dudes do extra damage to people who are on the ground with them. So I'm gonna go ahead and take care of that for a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and use a mythic point to go ahead and cast Floatga. So we are all floating about a foot or so off the ground for the next 8 rounds. 8 rounds.
Nice.
Yeah.
Alright, a gust of wind goes under everyone's souls as they're pushed upwards.
And that's going to be it from me because I believe that is a standard action. Yes, it is. Okay.
Alright. You'll still be surrounded in black and purple mist, though it is a lot thinner than it used to be. This one atop the ceiling is going to shoot a shard of rock at Clarke. And it shall miss as Clarke sidesteps. This flan off to the left is going to flumble down on down and make its way up to here and do the same at Clarke. And do the same in missing. Sentimental over here is going to fly over to here and it's going to check its stats. It is going to attack the orb of Geoavoidance and blast the orb for 4 more damage.
Hey, it's a good damage though.
Clarke, nothing came near you, so you never had you readied.
Yeah, it's sad. But she'll 5 foot and attack the flans on the floor.
How dare, just because he can't get over to you from the ceiling.
Doesn't matter.
That's a lot of attacks.
You slash your weapon into the flan, and as you cut through it, your momentum does slow down quite a bit, as it is quite viscous. Second attack will miss, the offhand will hit, and with both your main and offhand, you feel as if you're doing less than normal. However, the flan will wiggle and vibrate as it goes to a pile of ooze on the floor.
Nice.
From.
I will climb. Do I need to roll a climb check to climb the wall?
You have a climb speed, don't you?
No, I can just climb without penalty.
Then yes, you would need a climb check. You are fine.
Cool. I'll climb the wall and attempt to bite the air elemental.
Alright, you bite the air elemental, but
Air elemental?
you don't find one.
Earth elemental, sorry.
Well, you certainly bite at the air as you miss the earth elemental.
I rolled a 3. Not surprised. Alright, cool.
Said earth elemental does not appreciate you biting at it, so it is going to try and cast a spell. It failed casting the spell. And will stay where it is. The one up north of Clarke is going to do the same, but does not need to concentration it. At least in whatever mind it has, it doesn't need to. But they continue to just miss you as that one rolled max damage. And we'll go to Mentha.
Okay, I'm gonna probably regret this, but try to shoot the flan on the ceiling with my staff.
Alright.
Yeah, I get 2 attacks now, wow.
Bam.
Half of it is earth, so...
I take it you put the improved weapons wielder.
Yep.
Okay. As you blast this thing, you will see that you're doing less than normal.
Double was on the first. But double 3 is on the second.
And it stays up there. This flan is going to whip its head back and forth and smash its face into the orb. As the orb will take 9 damage this time. If these were smart, they wouldn't be attacking the orb, but who
I mean, it's only gonna be here for like 2 more rounds, so like, go at it, I guess.
Yeah.
Demir.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot the one that is north of Mentha and I with my staff.
Alrighty. You shoot a blast of holy light at that one to the north, as it will slurp off of its ceiling and sploosh onto the floor.
That's all.
It goes to the elemental above the Geovoidance, and is going to cast down upon a mighty rock on it. As Geovoidance takes another 3 damage. Clarke. If you want to know if anything's on the floor, this is on the floor.
Good to know. She will try to use her fleet charge with the ability. Does it work?
It does need work. You feel a bit slower than usual, but it works. As you come on down, you slash into this thing. Again, rather viscous, and you do less than normal. You still do less than normal with your fleet charge, by the way.
Damn, even though it bypasses all DR. Fair play.
Yes.
And then the first weapon attack of your following strikes causes that to fall to a puddle.
Nice.
Grom.
We'll try to bite again. Not much else I can do. That's worse. Alright.
You keep just like chomping at the air elemental, but you miss it because it's not here.
That's me done.
Alright. Said elemental is gonna swing around and hurl rocks at you. That doesn't exist. This always happens. Okay, now he's gonna do it. And it will roll a 20. That smash you for 7 damage and 1 earth.
Is that against my AC or touch AC?
It's normal AC, but it's a 20. Unless you're something to avoid crits.
No, sorry, I thought you meant it was like a flat 20, not a natural. Cool.
This one up here is gonna fly on down and go towards Clarke and try and do the same to her.
Can't iterative with bites, can you?
No, no iteratives for any naturals.
No. That's fine.
But they'll miss. Menfa.
Well, I will step to see a bit better and cast elemental weapon for wind next to the guy that Crom's trying to fight. It's gonna be again a windy great axe.
Nice.
It's Sarrel.
Your swipe of that wind at the earth elemental. So we double check something.
It's just regular AC. And it does not flank.
And I'm just checking the earth elemental's things. Alright, that will indeed miss. Demir?
I'm gonna take a 5-foot step and shoot at the one that's hitting Crom.
Even with cover, that will still blast that elemental. Parts of its rocks go scattering around. The one up here is going to float its way down. It's smart enough that it'll only go to 5 feet, so it doesn't provoke from Clarke. As it will break itself and ask another one to roll it for him, as it will miss the geo-avoidance with its melee attack.
Nice.
And we've got a Clarke. That's adjacent to you. This one's adjacent in the air, like diagonally above. Jester?
I will just full attack the earth element that's next to me.
That's a lot of damage.
You swing out with your blades of fury. As I was reading the attack, the first attack will hit the elemental as it will crumple to the floor in a pile of rocks. Do you wish to attack the one next to it?
Yep.
You'll also hit that one with your sword as it goes to a pile of rocks on the floor. Do you wish to throw your offhand sword at the one in the air?
Go
Why not?
on.
Yeah, why not?
How much of a difference is it between your melee attacks and your ranged attacks?
Just check. They're exactly the same.
The extra decks are not like nothing.
Yep, they are exactly the same.
You'll throw your offhand at the one at the air. You will miss as you dink the blade off the wall and it falls to the floor.
Damn.
So close.
She
was
was on a killing.
close.
She was on a killing spree. Then she wanted it. She was greedy.
No. The offhand does hit. It's I'm reading your damage as the attack again.
Yeah. Yes.
Your offhand, because it was a 25, does hit and hits that elemental's core and it falls to the floor.
Oh, she's on a
Nice.
killing spree. 3 in
Nice.
1 turn. Let's go.
I can hear the Halo announcer from here.
Triple kill.
Triple kill.
Clarke will just ponder over and go pick up her sword. That's dealt with.
Very nice.
Sword's broken.
No,
It's magical, what do you mean?
not my devil sword.
It had a weakness to boulders, alright? And that's a very nice boulder.
That's a nice. That's not right.
That's not right.
That's not right.
That's not the right macro. That's the right macro.
And with those creatures defeated, you'll now stand within a junctions of sorts. The path leads off to all the cardinal directions, though from here, with your dark vision and light, you may see that the southwesterly direction isn't much of a path, as more just like a alcove. But there is another path that goes to the east from where you are as well. There is small smatterings of dim light here or there, but it seems to be just coming from rather luminescent mushrooms. As well as that, you do know that with some of the roots off to the west, that there is a skeleton tangled in them with a small light glinting around its hand.
Check that out.
Do that magic.
As you detect magic, you'll notice that there's a new aura on all of your allies.
There's a new aura.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Is it the one
spellcraft.
from when we signed the contract?
You can certainly use spellcraft. Even though this is a very easy thing to identify, Menfa, you don't know what it is. Demir, you know that the transportation permits that you have a very weak spell, to the point where it's just a first level spell. It is basically just a marker to let the barriers and other people looking at it know that you are allowed to go through it. And as far as you can see, it has 2 charges in it. They are signatured, so you couldn't do it yourself. You would have to do some form of trickery to make things look like you did it.
So we could have just teleported at that point.
The teleportation may have worked with this. You're unsure. Since teleportation goes through the astral plane, you don't know how it would
I think
interact with
it's-
this.
I think it's more like if when we go to the actual checkpoint and anyone else sees us, they can see. Because the other charge was supposed to be gone as soon as we went across. So it was
Yes.
mainly for the return trip. But because we didn't actually go through, we still have both charges.
Yet. We didn't go through yet.
Yeah, exactly. And if we just
Right.
go through underground, it might not even trigger. Who knows?
Might not. I'm going to check out this little alcove over here, see if there's anything over here. I'm going to keep detect magic up as I go.
It's alright.
I'm gonna check out the skeleton.
You may do so. Roll me
Say it was
spellcraft for the
here?
thing around its hand. Yes. It kind of blends in with the roots. And if you zoom in real close, you can see what's emitting the light. Alright. With that spellcraft, you're just having a bad day for identifying things, as you do not know what it is producing the light. But it is a ring. As for Demir, looking into that alcove, you see a few spiders scurry away at your approach, but as far as you can tell, there is nothing of importance there.
Mr. Demir, can you try to see this?
Oh, sure. Nope, not me.
Demir also is unable to identify the ring. You can still roll Knowledge Arcana to look at the school. Apparently, no, you can't.
It's a ring. And it's magical.
Fancy ring.
Does Mentha not know Arcana?
Nope.
So who's going to
it's
put it on?
Very specialized. Don't have to put it on, we can just take it with us and try tomorrow.
Yeah. Best not put anything on we don't know about.
Amanda will pick up the ring.
You can pick up the ring, and the glow starts to dim a bit, but nothing else happens to you.
Looks like there's a path to the south and one up to the north. Any
And west.
preferences?
There's west, north, and east.
Does the west actually go anywhere?
Clark's going to look around and be like, how do you know which direction is which? We're underground. I've lost all sense of direction.
We've got a very good
Yeah,
sense of
Crom,
smell.
roll me knowledge geography. Or survival.
Geography.
Survival also works.
I was gonna say,
Is this wrong? Hang on.
fuck's sake.
I know
I
exactly
have
where
no
I am.
direction.
Well, as you start to use magical means, Crom just sniffs the air, and he knows exactly where he needs to go for every direction. Even to the way he can do like south, south, southwest. He's so pinpoint.
Mentha also knows.
Menfor also knows. Does that just
Clarke
tell you
would-
where north is?
Clark will just throw her hands up like, okay, you guys know. I just saying I didn't know.
When I do this, it just tells me immediately where's north, but
Yeah.
it's up to
You
me
know
to
where
remember
north
it or
is.
keep casting this. But it's a
Yeah.
cantrip, so
You can be like generally accurate to like west, east, and south because it's just like opposites. You're not going to be pinpoint, but you
Yeah.
know just like general directions west.
it's on north, and we know we were supposed to go north to get to Mysteria, so that's something.
Demir, as you move over towards the west, you will feel the air start to become a slight bit colder and a bit more humid.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a little perception check over here, see if I can find anything.
You certainly can. As you look off towards the west with your dark vision ending at a certain point, you can see a few smatterings of light off in the distance, as well as the corridors moving in different directions. Outside of that, you can hear a dripping sound coming off from the west. But it does seem like it goes on for quite a ways.
Right, this goes to the west.
How do you know it goes to the west?
That's it.
You haven't rolled me survival?
You were telling me.
We were just having a discussion about there's north.
Definitely north. Definitely
But
that
does
way.
Demir accept that, though?
Let's see.
To him.
Clarke finds some moss, and she determines where north is.
Yeah, I know my
And
directions.
Demir finds a similar patch of moss and determines where north is.
Okay, so we know where we're going then.
This is the way we need to go then, because we were on the east side and we need to go west to get across the border, right?
Well, the wall was north of us on the map.
Yeah, but that map wasn't necessarily set to north.
Look, I say we check the other corners first before we go further down there. I'm guessing if we look to the underground west, it's a longer tunnel, right?
The underground west that Demir is currently at continues onwards. Yeah, you could take that path if you wanted. From his notes, he knows that it's humid over there, though cold, as well as he can hear dripping noises.
Yeah, hold up for a minute. Let's check this first.
Following this winding corridor, it continues around to the south
as you can see some more fungi growing across the walls, though sadly no fungi is here to meet you. But it does continue into a rather cramped corridor leading to the south.
Looks like it's choices.
However, as you get to this point, Clarke, from what you can see from Menfa's light as she gets any closer, as well as what Crom can see past that, you think this is going to get a lot more cramped before it gets any wider, and it would be difficult for the medium creatures to go any further south.
Don't look like we're gonna fit through here very well.
Alright, let's check the north and then go the way Demir had suggested. There's some imminent lad up there. Does it actually look like paved stone? Like it's
No.
intentional?
I can see a moving web.
That spider web just moved.
I saw that.
Making your way towards the north, you'll see some more vegetation growing out of the ground and walls, as well as the starting of webs that continue up towards the north. With the aid of light and dark vision, you can see the path continues on, though it does turn much sooner than the western path does. With those lights, however, you do notice that the cobwebs continue and get a bit thicker towards the north.
With that nat 20 survival, can I tell which way we need to go?
You don't know the design of this cavern. You will know just for directions wise. If you are going into Mysteria, you can go either north or west.
Clarke will quite firmly put her hand on Crom's shoulder. I vote we go west. I definitely think west is the way. And she'll start walking.
You never did like spiders, did you?
Nope. We're going west. That's where we're going.
Sorry, I looks like princess is full privilege there.
It's your fault I don't like spiders.
I don't know what you mean. Right, Martha? No such thing happened.
No, I think that's something you two need to figure out.
Put that spider away. I can see that. Go away. I hated that spider as well.
So is the party deciding they're going to go west?
Mhm.
It is.
I think Clarke decided it for them, but yeah.
Just a tad, but it's all good.
You realise that way is like an abandoned spider nest and they've actually all migrated to the west.
They're all water spiders.
Yeah. Alright, as the party heads westward, give me perception rolls, please.
She's got the heebie-jeebies.
Oh
Jeez.
my god.
Why?
Menthal's like, this is my this is my knowledgeable area.
This even isn't though. Especially after underground.
You haven't planted yourself in a long time. It feels like home.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time underground, technically.
In the forest. Forest is my home turf.
What's underneath
Okay.
the forest? Roots.
Everyone besides Clarke will be able to feel slight vibrations in the floor, as well as some dust falling from the wall and ceiling every so often. In the case of Mentha, you will see tufts of very thin and small black and purple mist kind of coming off of everyone. It's very sparsed out, and it doesn't seem to be a lot, but it is coming off of you.
Oh no.
Matthew, you gotta gotta stop saying "oh no" and then not telling us what's going on.
Well, I think the white dragon is actually in trouble.
How come?
I think, or maybe she's just taking away our things, but the power that she gave us and the mist that comes with it, I think it's leaving us.
We need to get over to that side and fast. We'll survive, but this thing saved our lives more than I can count.
Well, then we better keep moving.
Yeah.
Following the western path via the use of Menfur's lights, we're able to take the turns and corners until you reach the things that Demir was sensing. The air is rather moist as it goes a bit colder. The dripping of water easy to hear for everyone, as well as the rippling as drops hit into a larger combination of waters. The air becomes thick with a green fog substance. Though you can see through it, it does kind of sting your eyes, and make your throat sticky as you breathe inwards.
Well, that's mighty unpleasant, but better than sulfur.
Can I get a new light?
You certainly can. I was waiting for your doppelganger to appear.
Like how sparks ignite gas with raw characters.
With Menfur's light lighting up the way, Crom no longer sees in black and white. As the stone floor starts to become flooded more towards the west. The water rushing away slightly. I wouldn't really even say it's rushing. As it goes to deeper and deeper depths. You can see some sort of, not exactly cliffs, but higher parts of the underwater area. To where you can see that the numbers, the higher raised up platforms are 5 feet down in the water, and where those aren't, it is 10 feet deep water.
Can I... how long has it been since we activated our buffs?
At this point, it would be half an hour.
Yeah, so my animal focus is completely gone. I was going to activate the frog one, but...
Yeah, my stuff would be gone.
Okay.
The
So
shield be
shield's
gone?
gone. Shield once is gone. Yeah,
Would
shield.
the Elven Splendor be gone?
Yeah.
Sad times, man.
I'll offer.
So,
pop.
is this platform 5 foot in the water?
Yes, 5 foot in the water.
Oh, Clarke was going to hope to jump to it and not get too wet. Guess that's not the plan.
Crom will offer to assist anyone who needs a hand swimming.
Demir's
And
going
then
to
give
use another
swim.
big point and cast Water Walk Communal.
Or that.
Or that, yeah.
You can walk on top of water?
I was gonna say either water walk or floatka or swim.
Oh yeah, how long? Oh, float goes rounds, isn't it? Never mind.
Yeah, float goes
Focus.
around. Water Walk is minute,
Nice.
10 minutes per level.
Good shit.
Is the communal one not split duration?
It'd be split between
Yeah.
all of us.
So that would be 80 minutes divided by 4 is 20 minutes.
So 20.
Nice.
Would it
At least I
be
don't have to get my hair wet.
90? Level
Wait,
7 and that gives you +2 with the mythic point, so that would be 90 minutes.
Oh, if it's inspired, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, but it's a I'm 7th level, so it would be 70 minutes plus 10 is 80 minutes divided by 4.
Plus 2.
Plus
Take
2.
your caster level from the inspired spell.
Oh, I've been doing that wrong. Okay.
I guess.
Yeah, so 90 divided by 4 is.
It's still in
20.
10 increments, so it's
Yeah,
20 each.
Still
So
20
gets
minutes.
30.
Okay.
It's the semantics, damn it. We need to make sure we have a...
And hey, now you know to do it right the next time.
Demir will surround himself and everyone with slight tufts of black and purple mist as you can walk across the water's surface. You will notice that there are slightly dimming lily pads off to the west that give a very small amount of light, but Memphis kind of overwhelms it. So anytime you can see these lily pads, there is dim lighting there.
Okay.
As you get to here, even though you've had some amazing personal rolls when it comes to perception and survival, 2 of you fumbled perception, and the other 2 didn't do too well. As the waters will froth up, forming up several large bubbles. As my lighting broke, can anyone see the whole map?
No, I was about to say
Nope.
my whole thing just died. I can't even see characters. All I see is names and bars.
I'm good.
I'm still good.
Yeah, I
can't
can
see.
still see.
That's fine.
I'm gonna blame Demir, because my lighting just all removed itself. So
I'm just gonna refresh.
yeah, you do that. Stop breaking my shit, or else I'll give you
yeah,
spiders.
I can now see the whole map.
Pull in a new version of yourself, and see if I can reset that.
Hey, salty.
Okay. Has that fixed your vision, Demir?
Oh, Mentha's
Yes.
ready.
Okay, just reset the lighting, so there may be some parts you don't have in your memory anymore, but should
Probably
be
not
fine.
ready.
I mean, we're at the beginning of this map anyway, so.
Just don't do it again.
I mean, if I knew what I did in the first place, that might be an issue.
Just remember, you got high wisdom, right?
Yeah. I don't know how it happened though. Things happened around me. I was not the cause.
Can you get a knowledge?
It is knowledge planes.
Ooh.
Go on, Mentha. You failed
Keep
last time,
forgetting
you got
I
it this time. There you
You keep
go.
forgetting that you have
I've
that
got it
when you
last
hate
time.
devils.
You keep saying I got it because I got the lowest last time too.
As you know, these are minor will elementals. You can learn 10 traits.
Jeez. We're almost to that point where I might have to extend the level. Lever?
Extend the lever, Kronk.
New lever.
Get
It's gotta
double
be named
levels.
the other lover.
I have. It's on my other character. It's on pull level.
You
plus
actually
plus.
do have another... Yeah, you have another lever, don't you?
It's got like, I don't know, 18 traits or 20 traits, something like that.
Oh yeah, that was after we had like... We got to the point where we had to set the
That's when
amount.
we were over level 20.
Yeah.
Give me
Archmage had like insane intelligence.
What? No.
Moments you need because I have to set this thing up.
So technically, we're walking on water. So you know that's your geomancy there. That's probably not going to help against water elements.
I mean,
I
probably
don't
not.
think walking on water changes it. It's still water.
It's still water, yeah, or it would be water.
What about if you jump when you cast Geomancy? Does that change anything, or...?
If she jumps, she's going to be underground.
Really?
Well, it's still probably because there isn't underground in the geomancy list. There is just the terrain type.
You'll be underground. Make your own one.
There is no underground. It's either
There is now.
one type of dirt or another type of dirt or rock.
It's Earth.
So it probably would be water in this case because I'm on top of water.
Alright. There's a lot of shit. We can save as well. They're weak to lightning. They are immune to water as well as having elemental traits. They have congealed water, where they can surround you in water and try and drown you with it. They have drench, where they can just put out flames. They have vortex, where they go into a whirlpool, which is a special attack, basically just a auto hit whenever they're in your square. No resistances, no DR, and no SR.
Alrighty.
And with all of that knowledge flooding their brain and bringing out her book to fill it in, just like a good monster hunter, it'll be Mentha when she's done.
Fix it in a bit. Okay. I'm just gonna start with the staple to avoidance.
Who would have thunk it?
It's just because I don't know what else to do right now. I'm just gonna put it here. Shouldn't be blocking anyone's charge plans any too much.
Well, it's small, isn't it? Like, it's tiny, so it shouldn't affect it anyway.
It still counts as like you can move through it, but it still counts as taking the square. So
That's fine.
You wouldn't be able to charge for her unless you can charge for allies.
Nope.
yeah.
I would say it would count as an ally. Is that it from Mentha?
Yep.
Also, this is a terrible character event right here, Jaster, because if you were playing your ninja, this would have been made sense you weren't wrapped across water. Clarke.
Channel that ninjutsu.
I don't know if I want to, like...
Beat the shit out of it.
Yeah, beat the shit out.
I mean, you only have one sword, because you never picked up the other one.
Yes, I did. I said I picked it up.
She did say.
I didn't hear you.
She did.
I said I plundered around, plodded around and picked
I
up
would have
my sword.
expected you to anyway. You bring down a hearty slash upon these bubbles as they burst upon your face and the rest into the water.
Nice.
Do you want to throw your sword at one of the others?
I knew you were going to say that. No, but instead I'll use a... It is a swift action, isn't it? Yeah, I'll use
really
a swift
wanna use
action. Nah, it's not really worth it, is it? She's just on a killing spree again. Nah, she'll...
You've become blood
She won't
in the
throw her
last, like,
swords.
5 minutes. I love how you had this horrific character already. You're like, right, these guys aren't people. Fuck them.
Also,
Yeah.
how is she meant to be blood hungry when none of the things she's hurt so far has blood?
I think that's the
true.
key. I think that's the actual key.
Alright, is Clarke gonna 5%? Oh no, you 5% forward, didn't you?
no, I didn't. I was already here, so I will 5 foot. That way.
Demir.
I'm probably just gonna shoot it the closest one if I'm close enough. Nope, I need to take 5 foot step. Oh boy.
I don't think there's any way you could move.
Yeah, I can move.
You would have to just normally move, yeah.
Alright, I'll move to there and I'll shoot at the floaty water boy with my staff.
Alrighty.
Go on, Mark.
You smash into that pile of bubbles with your holy staff. Many of them pop, but the rest still stay. Said elemental is going to retaliate against you. And it's going to shoot a jet of water your way. And it just hits into your staff and makes it a bit moist. Crom.
That's quite rude.
I will. We'll cross here, thanks to Demir. Give it a good whacking.
You run across the water surface as you bring down your mighty axe, slashing the water into the water as it becomes more water.
Be done.
The one at the far back is going to follow its friend, but attack the big Varg, and the water explodes in its own face, if it had one, as it fumbles.
Nice.
Menfa.
Well, 5 us up here. Clarke picks it cover, but that's fine. And try and just double blast it with the staff.
Alright.
Which again is half water, so.
It's a terrible direction for you to have taken for her. It doesn't seem to matter too much, though, as you do a sizable amount of blast of mud. I don't know what the opposite word of diluting something is, but you do that to the water elemental.
Concentrate.
Yeah.
You concentrate the water?
Sounds weird, but it's true.
Thicken.
You thicken the water? There is thick water, but sure.
Damn, boy.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Jack, have a hero point.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not you, Jester.
Nice one.
The actual
I know.
Jack.
I know.
As it goes to Jester's turn.
Just for the sake of it, Clarke's just gonna throw her swords.
Okay.
They are going to go
Fully-
underwater.
They are going to go into water, so you're going to swim for him.
Yeah, I don't know if
So-
she wants to get her hair wet. Oh. No,
love
she don't
how
want to get. She don't want to get her hair
No.
wet.
You washed it like 12 days ago.
No,
Yeah, but I
think
don't know what's in
Clarke
this
used
water.
magical cleaning on her after her blood dream.
Oh, yeah,
Demir
true.
did, yeah. She'll just move up and attack him. Oh, Jesus.
Sadly, it's elemental. As you slash into it for, even without the crit damage, a max amount of damage for this fellow, as it bursts apart into the pond below.
I'm pretty sure that happens with every elemental we fight. We always crit it, regardless of campaign.
Pretty much.
There's a high chance of doing so.
Y'all alright?
Depends, did I get wet?
I'll say your hands are wet.
Then Clarke is okay.
I'm alright.
Yeah.
Good.
The waters go towards the north as well as the south.
Hold up.
Clarke will
Chips.
stop.
Let's check the south first. I can see a little bit down there. Go over this
Okay.
side.
As Demir runs in, Jesus.
Demir just really wants to see what's down there.
I can't see. I need my light source.
I'll stay back with Mentha just in case something comes up behind us.
As you
Yes,
get
Just
I
to,
curious, is that something there?
you have very good eyesight. Yes, there is something there.
Nice.
However, as you get to here, Menfer and Demir rolled really high on their passive perception, as they will notice that there is a creature hiding just underneath the water surface there.
What type of creature is?
It is a creature whose sheet was deleted. It is knowledge nature.
Is it? Hold on.
It is not a hold on, no.
The plan.
Is it? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll put this out. Is it any of these?
Roll it and he'll do the maths.
It is not one of those.
Cool. No, it's just because I had two separate abilities.
Yeah.
Because I can roll survival if it's those, but I can roll knowledge nature if it isn't.
All right. You know that under the water's surface is a Undine. It is a spirit in the form of a beautiful woman, though it has no body of their own and exists instead as the amalgamation of numerous smaller, feeble spirits. You can learn 6 traits.
Just wondering, is there much point in knowing its weakness? Because we don't do elemental damage.
Venfa does when
What
she's
do you
on
mean we?
different areas.
I
I
guess.
think you also have,
Sword.
you have the sword as well.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, no, we do that. That's fair enough. I say we, you.
Since Demir asked about it before, are you always wanting to change your spell resistance for one of the special abilities, or is it just that once you wanted?
I kind of want to, because it's becoming more.
It'll become more
Prevalent.
apparent. Yeah.
What, spell resistance, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe for the
I will
fourth
move
trait.
it up the list.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah,
alright with that, Jester.
Trade 4 for spell resistance, and then 10 can just be something else, or just move spell resistance up the list to 4th. And we could obviously leave it out if it's something that we know is probably not likely to have that.
Alright, we fine with that list?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yep.
give me un momento. I know Clarke is gonna love this. This special ability is quite suspect. But okay.
Just
I
say
guess
it.
some of it is useful. Alrighty. Its weakest save is Fortitude. It is weak to lightning. It is immune to critical hits, poison, sneak attacks, and water. It has no spell resistance. One of its special abilities is that it has a liquid form, which means it's immune to crits and poison and sneak attacks, as well as having DR 10 unless you use magic. They have their own speeds with a swim speed of 120 feet. She has congeal water, which is similar to what the elemental had, where it surrounds you with water and tries to drown you.
Getting a lot of drowning.
But there's water here. I've got to use it. Just like there's air up top that I need to suffocate you with, right? I need to just pull it out your lungs.
Mm.
Undine are intelligent creatures, right?
You don't know. You never asked.
That's true enough.
The only things you get is what I've given you and its description.
I'm gonna ask, does it seem hostile?
In what way are you detecting hostility?
I mean, has it even noticed us, is what I would say.
Is it concealing an emotion?
Is it?
Is there a distance for concealing emotion?
Don't think so. Just
Oh
if
my
I
God,
can
you
see
got-
it, I just know, unless it's a mythical creature.
I
You
don't-
have this is incredible. You have a lie detector. Like,
I mean, I
No, I mean,
don't
like,
technically.
not
There
really.
was one for truth, but I took emotion because I thought that was more meta.
no, not sorry. I don't mean lie detector. You have an invisible creature detector because you don't have to see it. You're just like, I sense bad emotion.
No, I do have to see it.
Oh, do you have to see? Okay, fair
I'm
enough.
pretty sure I
It's
have
also
to see
only
it.
if they're concealing it. If they're not concealing anything, they're not concealing anything.
Yeah, they're just. They don't even know I'm here.
I
They're
don't
probably just
think
killing.
they are concealing emotion at this point.
They
Like,
just
Like, if you,
openly
if you would
hate
be able
you.
to see it, they would be outwardly showing it, so I don't think they're concealing anything. As for sense motive, you can easily tell that they are trying to hide. Outside of that, they haven't spoken, they haven't made any movements. It would be very hard to gauge anything else.
Wait, did you say they are trying to hide?
Demir would know that they are actively using stealth.
There's
Like,
a
like they're not
Does-
sleeping.
Is Demir pointing this out?
yeah. I was just about to. There's a creature off down this way. It's trying to hide from us right now, so if we don't go near it, I think we'll be alright, but just be on your guard.
Is it
If you don't wanna
something
go-
we can talk with? I can maybe communicate with it.
I don't know, to be honest.
Never asked for its languages.
Hmm. I mean, is anyone going to stop Clarke trying to communicate with it?
Go on.
It's already
Clarke
worked
will-
once today.
Clarke will move up and just in common, just say, hello? We can see you. You're not exactly hiding very well.
She is because you didn't see her.
Demir pointed it out, so now she sees her.
Roll bluff.
That's like saying you're doing very bad at this when they succeeded against you. Also, your perception for her was a 9, so you really didn't see anything.
Hey, Clarke is not perceptive.
They would at least understand that you're directing this towards them, as the Undine will splash out water and hiss at you as they speak in.
Aquan?
This would be the closest one they would use. They hiss out as Mentha understands they are speaking in Sylvan.
It's a fae!
Your words bleed within my ears. Why do you not use the tongue of my kind if you wish to converse with me?
Sorry, we didn't know what language you speak.
Clarke would just look back at Mentha like, what?
At least there is one amongst you with a common tongue. What is it you seek here, and why do you disturb us within our ponds?
We're just going through. We don't mean to disturb you. We fell down here and are looking for a way back up.
Back up? There is no up here. Mine is but a dead end. If you wish to leave, then go north way and fuck yourself.
Again, sorry, we didn't mean to disturb you. We're just going through. And we
Then
thought
you
you
still
were hiding.
stand there.
I will go, sorry.
Just the Trist switches to comment that speaks a little quieter to the group, like,
She really just wants us to go. It doesn't really know a way out of here, though.
Alright, we'll go north. Although, you did say someone was up the other side. Let's have a look.
Hey, I spotted something up here. Clarke will investigate what this thing she saw in the water was.
As you go over there, you'll see that floating atop the water's edge is a bobbing necklace.
Clarke will pick it out the water, not put it on, but like put it up to her neck and just turn around and say, "What do you think?"
I will detect magic and spellcraft it.
It is magical. You have no idea what it is.
Do you think it's pretty on me?
God damn, alright.
Demir is highly attuned to this. For some reason, I have written in my notes it's in a bag, but it's not in a bag. This is a Islander's Wayfinder of Light, and it is the speed.
Slanders, Slanders, a Wayfinder of Light.
It has I in the beginning of my notes. It's just I didn't copy it. There you go. I at the very
Slenderman's
end.
Necklace.
It's a
Slenderman's
Slander's
wife.
Wayfinder of Light Speed I.
Alright,
Or one.
that's. I'll tell him what that is.
As you make your way down into that southern area, a screech will come from your left side as something comes your way.
That was shit. I was just trying to make sure there's nothing like screaming up on us. Yep, Crom is very taken off guard.
Demir was on guard the whole time, but then he started checking us out, and then just out of the corner of his eyes, he sees, oh, damn.
Clarke would just quickly stash the necklace in her pocket. What does he do?
Remember, I wasn't trying to do this, I promise. I was literally just standing out the way.
A blast of water comes from the Undine on the left as it sparks the rage of her sister on the right. The left one, as a surprise round, is shooting water at Crom.
Cover? I'm pretty behind the wall.
You do have cover, but they still easily hit you. You can be flat-footed, can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Crom, you are pierced deeply for a surprising 25 water damage. As it'll go to Clarke, who probably hears Crom yell out in pain.
Yeah, he's probably just like, God!
What happened?
I think they're angry.
Damn water bitches, I was just trying to stand up.
Clarke, can I? Yeah, I can do. I can use my move and then my swift to do a fleet charge for the rest of the distance, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Clarke will move to here. Oh, I actually still can't even make that in my movement. Jeez. Wow, fair play. I can't even make it in my distance, so instead I'll just double move.
I was gonna say you could double move and then swift charge, because that technically works.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Alright, we'll go to Demir.
I'm just gonna try.
Couldn't we have just left?
5 foot step.
Maybe.
I'll shoot the one that I can see clearly with my staff.
To the left if you guys left, but here we are.
Could have left, but Crom stood somewhere they're not allowed to.
I entered the
You
invisible
just
protection
backed
zone.
away and said we're sorry. But now you guys are going in and fighting them back. Alright.
I mean, we still can. We haven't actually. Oh, wait, no, Demir's attacking now.
Yeah, like the
Mirror's
just
attacked.
attacked and you went like right at him, so
Yeah, you say that as you like career across the room.
just yeah.
I could have just body blocked.
Demir
Well, I
tries
can't
to
back up
shoot
anymore.
the Undine as Clarke body blocks, as she says, giving it cover, and you'll miss.
Cool, so we haven't actually done damage, so we can still back away.
Technically.
You could shout out to them and say, "We will back away. Don't follow us."
Even though they just clearly saw Demir aim for her. I mean, Menfa could try and shout down to them, but you will need to roll diplomacy. You can speak out of turn.
Yeah, I mean I just saw Demir shoot, but still gonna try to shut it. Sorry, we didn't mean to do that. We're gonna leave if you let us leave. Please. I'm sorry, my friends are very reactive.
Roll me that diplomacy.
No.
I was about to say that's pretty guaranteed, but nope.
No.
You move closer into our domain, you blow spells at us. You'll all shall die here.
I like how I
Maybe
knew.
you started it.
I moved 5 feet.
Crom, man.
Nope.
Well, they
Crom
told you
just
to leave.
moved.
Crom went closer, so Crom would have started it.
Well, they started with the damage.
Yeah, I moved 5 feet.
That's not what they see.
Alright.
5 feet is a lot of distance in these small maps, right?
Hey, through the first punch.
We'll go to the Undine on the right, who sees Clarke getting very close to her. And is going to cast a spell on her. What is Clarke's touch AC with all the buffs going?
17.
She exactly hits your touch. So you will take 21 water damage, and I need you to make a save, but I don't have it in this. It's not going to really matter much. You need a fortitude save, please.
Roll a 2.
You are drenched, which really does not do much in this instance. I don't think there's been
Unless they
any
have
changes
engulf.
to drenched. Mostly for lightning and indeed engulf. Alright. Let me double check if they do have any setup. And with a swift action, they're going to cast another spell.
God damn it! I shouldn't have said anything.
I need you to give me a fortitude save, Clarke.
Fairness. Fortitude's not bad though.
Yeah, I just rolled terribly.
You can surge.
Yeah. Sure. 18.
I mean, you can also use that after you know the result, but 18 will save against the
God
effect.
damn it. I didn't forgot it
You are
could be
no
used
longer
after the
drenched.
result. Was 16 would have saved? Actually, no, you can't tell me. Never mind.
Then we'll go to Menfa. As you can see, the Undines are really not responding to you well.
Yeah, well, it is what it is now.
It is what it is.
Bother.
A very Winnie the Pooh statement.
Yeah, I was just about
Well,
to
bother.
make an impression. Yeah, we've had a lot to do with honey on a Thursday, so...
True.
Jeez. I don't know what I can do. I guess we're not even trying to leave without the fight anymore.
Up to you.
Can I put avoidance in this square, or is the wall in the way?
I'll say sure, you can put it there.
Okay. And I'll go with that. Key avoidance.
Nice.
Just eat the rest of my MP, I guess.
I think
And
we
that's
have
it.
an ether. Yeah, we have an ether in the loop if you need it.
Oh, we'll see.
The Undine around the sides is going to realize she didn't ask Crom to make a fortitude. Is going to try and blast Crom. Crom, what's your flat-foot touch?
+2
yeah,
from
take it.
dodge.
It doesn't. Dodge won't work because he's flat-footed.
Oh. Shame.
It's only one lower than my normal, so 12.
The water will still miss you, even though you're quite a large target.
I'm behind the corner, to be fair.
The Undine is then going to move around.
Did you want me to roll fortitude or?
Nah, I didn't ask. So, Brom.
I saw that Undine going, so I'm going to say, the other one's around the corner. I'm going to go help you, Clarke. If it comes back, we'll deal with it. And, need to measure. 20 to there. 25. I can't go there, can I?
No.
Okay. And I'll give him a whammon.
You bring out the music of Wham as you slash into the Undine. And since you know about the DR and that you have magic, you are overcoming it.
Give it a slap.
So you quite the woundful slash into this, but as Clarke loves, there is still no blood.
Grr.
And we'll go to Clarke.
Initial 5 foot down full attack.
I will call back and just say, we don't have to fight the other one if you don't want, or we can leave after this.
As Clarke moves up, she slashes into the Undine as it explodes into a multitude of smaller spirits and disperses.
Nice.
Demir.
I'm gonna start backing up towards this way. And I want to wait here. If I see something come into view, I'm gonna. Or if I see another Undine come into view, I'm gonna shoot it with my staff. That's ready in that action.
I thought you were going to stick with something and just blast one of us. Like, yeah!
Yeah, just anything. I mean, he sees the horn of Crom's like, oh, the devil, kill it.
I did nearly make the mistake of saying that, but no.
I'm also gonna start moving away.
Since
Sure.
the geopolice will be behind the wall, you won't get it.
That's fine. Alright, she can see. Then I will be here.
I'll
I'll stay here then.
I'll
I mean,
grab her.
you can
And
see
I'll-
the light around the corner.
I could, I just can't see anything getting towards it.
Yeah, it's like that Duke is completely in darkness if I go away.
Could have used the sun
Thank you.
rod and then have it run out by the time you got here.
Yeah.
True. I have 5 though.
Fair enough.
I'll ready an attack if the other Undine comes out and looks like it's trying to cast a spell.
I don't know, that's a bit too specific, but sure.
That's exactly what it's for, though.
It's fine. It's fine.
Like, if it just comes out but does nothing, then fine, but if it tries to cast a spell, then I'm gonna attack.
Sure, you're going to see it. It's going to be underneath the water's surface, because it is swimming. So at this point, you'll both see it. Does Demir want to shoot? You don't have the range. Oh, no, you can shoot it there if you want. She is underwater, so it gets cover of 4 AC as well as underwater things. But I think yours is magic, so I think it's fine. So we'll just say +4 to its AC if you want to shoot it now.
Is it? I'd like to see if it comes up above the water. If it's going to do that, then I'll attack. But if not, then I won't.
Okay. They'll move all the way to there and burst out of the water. At which point you can still shoot at it, Demir. It still has cover.
Yeah, it looks like partial cover from there, which is better than the underwater, I think. Or maybe not.
Oh, same amount.
Oh well, same difference.
Depends how you run cover, yeah, there's different stuff.
It would have mattered for spells or targeting, but since it's just there, now you're fine. If you want to still shoot it. But that will be a miss regardless. The Undine is then going to cast a spell. So Mentha, you can have yours if you want.
Nice.
It's hot water.
Not so nice.
Blast it for an amount of damage. You'll need to make a concentration, but I'm pretty sure it's going to make that. I'll say, and then maybe fail. Alright, I say it and it happens. It fails.
Nice.
Tries to cast a spell, gets mud thrown into its body and starts to go brown, and it just completely messes up its incantation. And that's me, its turn. Yeah, be Crom.
Okay. Let me know if I can do this. I want to pick up Clarke as a stand-up.
No.
No?
Yeah, sure. You can pick her up if she allows it.
I will say I'm gonna grab you and bring it closer, alright? I know you can't see, but trust me.
I mean, she can see because Memphis
She can
there,
see
but
now.
depends where you're
Oh,
going.
she can see Cosmethus there, yeah. I just want to get her closer because I don't think I'm gonna do enough. So if I grab Clarke and pick her up, do I technically count as grappling, so half speed, right?
I'll say yeah.
Yeah. So 5, 10, that's 20. So I can go to there. And then can I quick run a shirt from there to go to there?
Sure.
But with both of us, so I can bring Clarke with me.
Yeah. You can pop her down on an adjacent square.
Yeah, and then plop her literally here. So she can 5 step full attack.
Sounds alright to me. Jasta, I take it you're accepting this because you're not saying anything.
I'll accept it.
Alright. Clarke, your taxi has arrived.
Just seems smarter than one attack.
Well, I guess we go in for it. Wait, are we at... Yeah, just confirming, we are attacking this thing, or are we still trying to run away?
We did say we were going to leave it alone, and it came out and tried to kill us.
Alright, so... 5 foot and attack it then.
I guess
but
everyone
don't
else
think
is
Clarke wants
correct.
to.
Clarke is out for non-blood.
Yeah, but I don't think Clarke wants to, though. Because this one's more of, like, it's actually communicated with us.
No, it hasn't.
Well,
Communicated with Menta.
off. You don't know the words he used, but
That was the one you iced, like, 2 seconds ago.
yeah, you had killed the one you already conversed with.
Yeah, I know. Jesus Christ, Clarke. come
Jesus,
on.
man! Really out for the non-blood. Feeling conflicted with your emotions, you move up as everyone's like, Clarke has had enough, and then she just swings straight for the middle of this thing with one attack, separates it in half, and it just disperses.
Damn.
If anyone's looking at Clarke, you'll probably just see she's got a very just empty, flat, no emotion glaze over her face and eyes.
Sorry, Twig, that I just tried to get out of the way.
No, I guess I could also said it better what she said to us.
Well, we may as well check what's around that corner there. I take it there's just rocks.
There's a rock at the end, but aside from that, some lily pads, just more water.
Yeah, it's just their house. Gosh damn it.
It would be their home, not their house, but the sentiment's there.
Has anyone got
Yeah,
access to the
yeah.
torchlight skill? Spell?
That's what Mantra's using.
I can do it on myself.
I will give you 2 sun rods if you want.
Can I just attach them to me then?
They are 1 foot long gold tipped iron rods, which I would assume you can put them in your belt, but that's up to GM discretion.
I would say you put them in your belt. And I would be annoying and say it's only a cone shape since it's being blocked by your body, but I can't be asked to do that, so I'll just say it's the radius.
Right, well, what? Can we belt it to a head? Does that help me make
What?
it
Yeah,
feel
put it in
You
I
your
got a
headband.
headband.
Yeah, put on your headband. It's gonna
And
look stupid, but sure.
Then yeah,
Clarke
Clarke will
take 11 hit points of healing.
take that and activate the sun rod.
How much is a sun rod?
30 by 30.
Okay, I'm gonna say it's a cone.
This is the wording
Yeah.
of it.
How long does it live for?
6
hours.
hours.
6 hours.
So it's definitely a cone.
I'm gonna say your head is really hot right now, and it's gonna drip some wax, even if it doesn't have wax, into your hair.
What? No.
Nope, this is what you're gonna live for. 6 hours. It's gotta have some drawbacks. You're gonna have some sticky white wax in your hair.
Sorry, Demir, who was that lay on hands for? I didn't quite catch
That
it.
was for Clarke.
That was for
Cool.
Clarke.
Clark's got to still have this really straight look on her face and just walk past everyone.
The hell's wrong with you, Blarney?
Just gotta get out of here.
That one's for Crom.
Thank you.
As you make your way northways, everyone can roll perception.
Shit.
Hey, that rod's helping. She's getting a bit better.
It's the wax in your hair making you want to go faster. Mentha, Demir, and Crom, you will know that even though you're not in it, that the water is rushing a bit quicker as you get to here. Not much, but it is noticeable. Whereas Crom, you can hear a sort of bubbling towards the north, but it is a far distance away.
Might be coming up onto rapids or something like that. And just be careful.
I hit an invisible wall.
There is an invisible wall.
There is no line there. Give me a second.
What do you mean? Isn't this the you gotta wait another week line?
I mean, yeah, we're ending soon, but there's nothing there.
I'll try walk through it. Hey, I walk through it.
Oh wow, yeah, I can just walk through it. That's
I
weird.
have no clue what I didn't even place anything there. There shouldn't be a line there.
That's really weird.
I was gonna check over in this corner and everybody left me.
But yeah, regardless of where that line ever came from, because there's something on my screen for me to delete, as you come around to here and Demir goes off on his own because that works so well for Crom, we will indeed end the session here, as I need to go out for dinner.
Ooh.
And we will have the epic conclusion